Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in the Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinthesnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We are in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. Hello, how is everyone? Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. I am your host, Kazjem, for today's Cities in a Snap event. How's everyone doing? Minxie Rose, Tier 1, thank you so much. Really means a lot. High five. Of course, thank you, Josh, for that gift sub to Nightbot earlier. Nightbot racking up those subs. And then, of course, thank you to everyone else for being here. How are you all doing today? 30 seconds! Get the hype rolling in chat. This is what we're here, folks. This is why we are alive today, to enjoy Cities in a Snap. Can we get the hype rolling in chat? We've got less than 20 seconds now, folks. Less than 20 seconds to go. And here we go, folks. In about 16 seconds, we are beginning. And 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go! And we are off. Cities in a Snap has begun. We are here. We are rolling. Alfrost, I'm hoping you can account for my initial delay, Kaz. There we go. We did account for that. Outfrost. There we go. It looks like, ooh, Outfrost on another reload. Yikes. 3 hours ago. No, 2 hours. Timer not showing. It takes a minute for it to show up. Ugly guy. Takes a minute. There we go. Outfrost is out of game 2. Rip! He was in game. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's okay. It's okay, folks. Because remember, as per the rules, they can make up to 5 minutes. And the way that you make up time here is if you lose 2 minutes, you can make up 1 minute, etc., etc., etc. So, Outfrost now has to reload again. It looks like he's trying to load a certain asset that's causing him grief. We'll go ahead and dive into the comparators that are already in and see what they're up to. Learning Screen Simulator and Snap. I mean, pretty much. So, first of all, we have Grampone as participant number 2. And Grampone is new to the Cities in Snap competitor side, but has been viewing for quite a while, is very regular in the community. You've probably seen him in lots of different people's chats. And I'm told that you can expect kind of an outsider's perspective on what the EU looks like. So this will be a very interesting idea of what he goes for, because I'm really curious why he did specify, hey, it's going to be more of an outsider looking in. Obviously, you know, not being from the EU would do that, but I'm curious why he specifically pegged it as such. There we go. Grab is the bee's knees, is he now? And now we're on to participant number 3, Early Rav. Early Rav is also new to competing, but not new to the community. It is very frequent in our chats, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure what to expect from him. He is the absolute wild card for me in this case. I'm super excited to get him in, though, and see what he can do. There we go, Rave. There we go. Early Rave, Early Rav, Early Rav 3. Oh, is it Early Rave? Not Early Rav 3. I've been saying Early Rav 3 the whole time. Dear goodness. Well, see, that shows how much I know. I am just a silly host after all. There we go. Grandpa's the bee's knees. I agree. What's up, Christoph? What's up, Sushi Cat Yum? Hope you're doing well. Sushi Cat, I hope you're doing fantabulous. And of course, both Outfrost and Otherworld down here are on a handicap now. And so they will be able to take up 50% of the time that they lose, up to 5 minutes worth. So again, if they, like, yeah, they're starting to lose time right now. Every 30 seconds, they can't make up at that point. It's absolutely stressful at that point. I think the 3 is a silly gamer. You got it. We know Kaz is bad with names, probably. Chris, I would never have guessed that. Womp womp. Yeah, I never would have guessed it either. Come on. And me and Toady are obviously representative of all of the internet. I thought it was Rav too. Oops, Rave, oops. There we go. Nope. Oh, come on. So, see, I'm not the only one. Eclipse Chris, you're the odd one out in this case. How does it feel? There we go. And it's participants, not participants. You silly moderator, you. And oh my goodness, does it look like Outfrost has crashed again? Oh my goodness, can we get F's in chat for Outfrost? F's in chat for Outfrost. That is now 3 crashes that he has endured. Oh my goodness. What? Oh man, that is absolutely horrifying. Oh my goodness. But you know what? It'll be okay. I bet he can get in. I bet he can do well. Because again, he's the one that has the most experience out of these guys. Because Grampone, Otherworld, and Early Rap only have watched the event. Outfrost is the only one to have participated in the past. You know, his ulti, maybe, there we go, did he not test his assets? He did test his assets. But remember, folks, we do have some new rules that are in play today. First of all, everyone's mods and assets have to have been publicly available within the last 24 to 48 hours. So you can't sit there and subscribe to something that's been available for only about 2 hours, just as an example. There we go, Close Chris, he was testing last night. I got tired and went to bed. Rip. There we go. That's okay. It's more than okay. I bet Outfrost can make it up. I am worried about Otherworld, though, because Otherworld, his first time in the competition and is dealing with this kind of stress, but you know what? It'll be fine. I bet it'll be perfect and beautiful. The confusing part to me about Outfrost, though, is the fact that he was in game. So I'm not sure what caused him to want to exit out. I don't know if maybe he was missing a mod, missing an asset, something like that. I went to bed at 8 last night. Oh my goodness, Kitty Claw, why so early? That's like, the night is just beginning at that point. Dear goodness. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and check out a little bit, and let's go ahead and dive into our first round of interviews, even though we've only got 2 people in, but I do want to go ahead and see what these competitors are thinking. So let's go ahead and jump in first with Grampone. What's up, Grampone?
Playing a little City Skylines.
Oh, you are? Sweet. Do you mind if I have you on the show called Cities and Snap? You look like you'd be great for it.
I don't know if I'd be great, but I'd love to be on it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll hit you up. But, all jokes aside, so, how's it feel to be in the competition? This is your first time competing, isn't it?
It is nerve-wracking.
Really? I mean, it's only been going for, what, 5.5 minutes right now? It can't be that nerve-wracking.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm in panic mode already.
Panic mode already, so you've only got about 1 hour and 54 minutes left to panic, so do you think you'll stop panicking at some point in that to build, or is it just going to be straight panic build?
Once I get over the fact that I forgot to turn on left-hand driving, because it's in Europe.
You've got to start on left-hand driving. Oh man, I didn't even think about that since it's EU. That's really funny. I honestly didn't think of that. But, well, actually, no, because wouldn't it just be the UK that's left-hand drive?
I have no clue.
Yeah, I think it's just UK, so you know what? You're fine anyways. There you go.
Okay.
You planned ahead. There we go. So, what kind of building can we expect to see from you today? I know that you mentioned in the past it's going to be an outsider looking in, but can you maybe give us a little bit more details on what we can expect to see from you as far as your own personal build style?
What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to base a small sort of village that focuses on one industry.
Got it. So
That makes
now,
sense.
no, that definitely makes sense. Now, since obviously you're, as you mentioned, outsider looking on the EU, what is your inspiration point? What are you looking to emulate or, I guess, aspire to with your European build today?
Something that just sort of captures the quaintness of something, that would be based in anywhere outside of the anywhere outside of the busy, chaotic United States.
Right. Now, and then, so as far as the map goes, what do you think of the map that you're given for today?
It's a gorgeous map. I'm looking forward to playing on it when I don't have just 2 hours.
It's a great map. It's another Mr. Miyagi one. In fact, I forgot to post it in chat. Let me go ahead and post that in chat for everyone to see and bask in the glory of. here is the current map that they're using, folks. Let me go ahead and have Polyphony edit that. But yeah, so again, so you like the map, all that, but what do you think of your competition today? You're up against Outfrost, who's participated before, but you're also against two fellow newbies. Early Rav, who I'm told is Early Rave, apparently. That makes sense with the 3 thing, but I never would have thought of it. And so what do you think being against 2 other newbies and then someone who's been in it before, Outfrost?
Well, I appreciate the fact I'm in with 2 other newbies. Makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, but I haven't. Everybody is a complete unknown to me, so I have no idea what to expect.
Awesome. Well, I'll go ahead and get out of your hair then, because you've got a lot of building to do in the next hour and 51 minutes or so, and we'll be chatting with you around the halfway interview. How's that sound?
I look forward to it.
All right, and folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Grampone. Be sure to go cheer him on, let him know that you're enjoying his build. And now we are on to, so I have a question on behalf of chat.
Yes.
Is it Early Rav or Early Rave?
Well, officially it's Early Rave. But
Dang it, I was wrong! Eclipse Chris was right, I'm never gonna live it down.
But a lot of streamers always say it wrong, so I just leave it how they enjoy to say it.
Okay, so I'm not in the minority here. I'm definitely like part of the ignorant majority in this case, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay,
the tree
good.
is actually an E.
Okay,
But-
that's very good. That's very good. So, how's it feel being in Season Snap for the first time? Are you nervous?
Definitely nervous. It's I don't know why, but I'm normally pretty heavy detailer, and then I have the speed build.
Right.
just-
So, So, out of curiosity, because I mean you're new to this, I do enjoy asking some people this, but why did you decide that you want to be in Season Snap? Because you've obviously watched it before, but what made you decide? You know what? This looks like really a lot of fun. What's your goal for today, or was there a goal, or was it just to have fun?
Well, it's to have fun and at least to secure the 4th place spot. That's my goal, to be at least 4th.
Well, okay, that's good, because, I mean, we know you can't get first or second, so you know that first and second is Polyphony, then Taradra in that order. So, I mean, it's really just competition for 3rd. So, I mean, hey, you know, aspiring for at least 2nd is a good thing, right?
Yeah, indeed it is.
Yeah, so what do you think of the map? What do you think of your competition today?
The map I really I like. Sadly, you can't really see it because for some reason my day and night cycle is off.
Right.
It's really weird. But I got some great ideas to work on. At least I hope I got enough time to build on it.
I
because
think you
normally-
will.
Because
I
normally in
absolutely
2 hours I do way less than what I'm gonna do now.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, we've seen what people are able to do. We've seen people who are like, oh man, I can never do much in 2 hours, but then we end up with, you know, Monaco with the racetrack, with the Grand Prix track there a couple weeks ago. So at this point,
Yeah.
literally anything's possible in 2 hours. So I just said, nope, anyone who said you can't do cool things in 2 hours, you're wrong. So I bet you can, you just don't know how you're going to do it yet. So
Yeah, indeed.
as
definitely.
far as the actual theme, so how comfortable are you with doing rural Europe this week?
Actually quite positive about the team because for one thing I live in a rural EU part, so it's quite my home stretch. But
Really, in
I
what
think-
way?
well, we have a lot of farmlands in the neighborhood, so
Okay, gotcha. So, as far as your personal build style, so you mentioned detailing, you mentioned taking it slow. So, what can we expect to see of your own personal build style come through in your build today?
that's a good question. At least I'm trying to build at least a few nice small towns, and then I try to detail around it so it looks like it's just normal, that it's so like that, which you just see in Europe rural areas.
Right, so having like that casual transition between, hey, you've got a small town, out to, okay, we're in the country. Because it is
Yeah.
really hard, because a lot of people do kind of make the, I just call it the first city mistake, quote unquote, of just having your city terminate at a certain latitude or longitude, or just terminating at a certain radius from the center with a ring road. And it's just, it's weird, because cities don't tend to evolve like that over time. You normally got like little jets that go out a little bit, you've got like that one street that goes way further than the rest of town, and then you've got that one part of town that like bulges out in a different direction, and it somehow dodges a major road and no one really knows why, but it does.
Indeed.
It's just funny seeing all those idiosyncrasies. But as far as your actual event stats day as a competitor, I do hope that you aren't too stressed out about it. But I do hope that you're at least a little bit stressed, because that'll hopefully make you get a little bit of a fire under you, and maybe we can get some really great stuff from you. I bet we can, though.
Yeah, at least I'm trying to do that. I can't promise it, because otherwise, if I promise it, you might get disappointed.
Oh, I can never be disappointed. Honestly, I can't build this fast anymore. I used to build this fast, but I keep slowing down. So every time I watch these and Snap and people get faster, it's like, oh, I really can't compete anymore. So this is why I'm hashtag demoted to host. So already, you're better than me just by participating. Keep that in mind.
At least you're gonna participate in, what was it? No, December, right? With
That's right. I am participating in hosts in a Snap in December, and then of course, Eclipse Chris has challenged me to a grudge match, which we can officially schedule now. By the way, Eclipse Chris. So yeah, I will be participating a couple times in the next couple months. So we'll have to see when those pan out.
I'm already looking forward to it, at least.
Oh, glad someone is, because I know I'm quaking in my boots. But folks, again, this is twitch.tv/early rave with a 3 at the end. So go check him out, and we will chat with you later.
Thank you, man. I will look forward to the halfway point.
Awesome. And now we are on to participant 1. Outfrost, what's up?
Paradox, fix your game. Thank you.
Okay. So other than not being able to load in, so I am curious though. You were loaded in about 2 minutes before start, and then you exited the game, or did it crash at that point?
So I first exited the game because I realized that I forgot to unsubscribe a certain mod that I'm not allowed to use.
Ah.
So yeah, I had intended to do that, and then I forgot. So that's what happened right there.
Gotcha.
And then, so I had to do that, and then the save wouldn't load like 3 times, so I had to start a new one, and then that also crashed on pause, as it always does. So you know, fun times.
Right. So now, obviously, you're operating a little bit of a handicap. You started about, well, actually, right at about 10 minutes after the actual start was, so you can make up 5 of those. So that's pretty fortunate, at least. So I mean, you didn't go past that, so it could be much worse. Losing 5 minutes is much better than losing, 10, 20, 30, like we've seen some people lose. So now you do also have an advantage in that, because you're also the most experienced player here as far as Cities and Snap, because you're up against 3 newer players.
Right, okay.
So do you think that that's going to be advantageous for you, or do you feel like complacency might be a very bitter enemy?
Complacency can definitely be a very bitter enemy. I mean, we've seen this with Tommy, for example, and a few other people who came in and wowed us, just purely wowed us with what they were able to achieve in such a short period of time. So I'm definitely not planning on letting any sort of experienced player stuff get to me. But yeah, I'm just trying to work on working my time back and seeing if I can really pull off the thing that I was originally sort of planning to.
Ooh, so what are you plan to do? Can you divulge your secrets? I promise I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, so it's nothing super big. I'm gonna see if I can build several different spots around the map. Now, I'm not particularly fond of the amount of highways on this map. I think half this much would probably be a little better, but I understand like this is a map for bigger cities, so nothing too big to complain about there. But other than that, I do like the fact that there are rail connections in several directions, and I'm hoping to utilize those to a great degree.
Nice. So then final bit here. So you have already given us a little bit of commentary on it, but I want to actually 2 last bits. So first of all, what do you think of the map as a whole? You mentioned the highways there.
So yeah, for a small town build, the highways are a bit in the way, I feel like. But otherwise, the map looks really fun. The lakes are definitely a nice feature.
Would you believe me if I told you the lakes were the main reason why I used the one this week? Because I was like, dude, I can totally see a lot of people having fun with these waterfronts.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And Well, I'm not particularly prepared to tackle the waterfront. Probably, I do like the environmental features around this map, and I'm also liking the amount of space available for farming. Hint, hint.
Ooh, hint, hint, wink, wink. I will take those hint, hint, wink, winks to heart. And then final little tidbit for you. What can we expect to see of your personal build style as we watch your build evolve today?
So I liked Mr. Tommy's build style when I last watched them on Cities in a Snap, and I'm gonna try to sort of take some hints from that and probably maybe adapt it to my chaotic town building sort of mode. We'll see what comes of it.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what comes to fruition from that. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Outfrost. Go check them out, because you also do a lot of coding streams, don't you? Not just things like Skylines.
Yeah, and I just recently finished a game jam and have a game that I've worked on and I'm gonna be working on still, and some other projects. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, folks, be sure to check them out if you like City Skylines, coding, and more at twitch.tv/Outfrost. And we'll be chatting with you around the halfway point, if that's all right with you.
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Anytime. And now we're on to Otherworld.
Hey there, Kaz.
Hey,
How's it
so
going?
we had some load-in problems.
Yeah, just a couple. Well, I figured it would load eventually. It's just I had 3,000 assets. I mean, what do you expect? And only 16
Right.
gigs of memory.
Oh yeah, the 16 gigs, that's definitely going to test, because it's going to cache and all that. Oh, that's awful. But, you
Yeah.
know what? You're in. That's what matters. So, obviously now, you got in around, it was about 6 or 7 minutes after I hit start, wasn't it? I have
Yeah,
to double
sounds
check the
about right.
timing. Yeah, because Polyphony said it was about 6 minutes, 45 seconds. So you'll be able to make up 3 minutes at the end, because again, it's to the lower minute, so you can make up to 3 minutes at the end. So that is
Okay.
there for you to use to your own advantage.
Okay, cool. I may
Awesome.
use that.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, if it comes to the end and you see the everyone stop thing, you're like, nope, I'm good. If you don't feel like 3 minutes is going to do it, then that's perfectly fine. But you've seen the competition, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I want to get to talking about your build today. So a lot of people haven't seen you stream before. So I want to give you an opportunity. What can we expect to see from you as a builder?
Sure. So I've never streamed before. This is actually the first time I've ever streamed. So
Your
let's get
first
that
stream
out.
ever. Well, welcome to the world of streaming. I know nothing
Well,
about
thank you.
it, but if I can be of any help, I will definitely try not to make too big of a mess.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I may need help. No, yeah, this is definitely a different thing for me because I've never streamed, never done this competition. So, and on top of that, I've never actually really built in a European build. I've
You've got a lot of things compiling here, man. Oh man, like
This is gonna be
that's.
an interesting day. This is going to be
I've
an
never
interesting
had
day.
someone have that many firsts. You know what? I got to give that to you. You've got stones, is what I'll say. So,
Thanks, yeah.
so with your personal build style, then, so what
Yeah.
can we expect to see other than new streamer?
Right, or new streamer, new everything. Basically,
Yeah.
my strategy has basically developed into using, making everything as functional as I can. But also, I've done a lot more these days with detailing. So things like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and from
Right.
people, and it's really inspired me to try to detail a little bit more. So I've done that
It's a
quite
whole
a bit.
new world of Skylines once you get into the detailing.
It is, and it makes it look a little bit, kind of you put your own little flavor to it, if you will, too, which I like too. So, that's I think probably kind of what to expect from me is, I'm going to make it, like I said, both functional and working, but also I want to try to make it pretty, and especially because it is a European build, and I've been to Europe a couple of times and they have such pretty places over there too. So I kind of want to emulate that. So.
Gotcha. So now, as far as your kind of experience and all that, so what,
Yeah.
or not your experience, but as far as your thoughts and all that on the map, what do you think of the map as a whole?
So the first thing, and I actually commented this already on earlier, I'm surprised there's not more mountains. I was expecting there to be like a Switzerland type map looking.
Oh, really?
like-
Interesting.
Yeah, like like I was prepared for like the the Swiss Alps out here, like in the back end, and it looks more like the southern edge of Spain or something. Like no hills almost to mention. So
yeah, there's a couple around the edge. This is it's not a flat map, but it's not mountainous, is what I'll say. It's not completely flat though, because again, it does have a lot of smooth hills, smooth gradients is really what it has. Because it's based off of a real city in Finland, is what I believe it's based off of.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I was just kind of surprised about that, just given like what I said, what I was expecting was quite a bit different than I've seen. So,
gotcha. So now something else I want to kind of press you on really quick. So this is your first stream ever. So what in your wild mind decided I want to not only participate in this mad city building esport, because all hail city building esports, but also it's going to be my first stream ever. Like, what was your logic there? I have to know, because this is a very unique setup, as you can imagine.
Honestly, this is kind of who I am as a person. I just jump in with both feet. I've wanted to do it for a while, right? So I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'll see how I do. And that's just who I am. I'm just somebody that just kind of jumps in with both feet and just is like, well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. At least I'll have the experience. So that's kind of been my thought process. So,
well, that's great to see. Absolutely great. And again, I love getting new players in here because, again, it's a great opportunity for us to A, expand the community, B, see someone that we haven't seen before, and C, hopefully get you some experience. And then, you're diving with both feet. If you want to keep streaming after this, great. Because guess what? We need more streamers in the Skylines world. Because, man, it's absolutely marvelous game. It's a great community. Best community on Twitch. And also, I want to welcome you as KazGem to you. Welcome to the streaming, to the city streaming community. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, just let me know. And that's a personal thing. You can definitely hit me up. I'll always help you out. I don't know much, but what little I know, I'm always willing to share.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Anytime. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/otherworld_. Be sure to go check him out. Welcome him to the wonderful world of streaming. All right. And we are out of our interviews, folks. And we are in our first giveaway. First giveaway presently going on for RimWorld Steam Key from Sweetsy. Thank you, Sweetsy, for providing this. High five. Thank you, Little Kaz and Slim Gaming, for your raids. High fives all around. Thank you so much for sharing your community. Slim, Little Kaz, how were your streams? I hope they were fabulous. Thank you, Josh, for the gift sub to Stream Elements, and for another one to Pirate Turtle. Really means a lot. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you, Eclipse, for the raid. Really means a lot. Tweeter really is a lovely woman. Oh, I bet. There we go. What happened to Gramp? I don't... no, it looks like it may have just refreshed on this end. Just give it a moment. Sometimes an ad will just roll, so it's fine. It's not the end of the world. There we go. And Christoph with the gift sub from Josh. Thank you so much, Josh, for that gift sub. High five. Never played it, Toady. I'd love to check it out. It's going to be great. Had two TPF2 crashes. No, Slim. The crashes are running around, it seems. I kid you not. Myself and 3 other streamers had problems with cities on Tuesday. I kid you not. And then on Thursday, I had a really big eventful day in EU4 on the KazGem channel. And then I decided, you know what? Let's just lay back, relax, we'll play some Prison Architect. Just to kind of let my brain melt a little bit. Nope, Prison Architect crashing. And I'm just saying, like, is this the week of Twitch crashes? And then one of my friends couldn't load into World of Warcraft this week. It's just like, is the internet broken this week? Like, what's going on? There we go. What's up, Gratham? There we go. The vote overlay is on. Let me go ahead and turn off the vote overlay. Sorry about that. I thought it was already off. Oh, I think I know what happened. I accidentally triggered that whenever we were trying to fix the visuals keyboard. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, there we go. So, Gratham, so if you're watching this right now, does that mean that you're trying to spy on your potential future competition? Is that what's happening? I had 3 crashes on CS. Oh, it's everyone. My game crashed 3 times this morning, but I'm loading 600. 6,000 assets. Nice. Well, I'm loading in like 7 or 8,000, and it's been loading fine. Cities did crash for me on Tuesday, obviously, which I was really sad about, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world, because you know what? If a city's crash is the worst thing to happen to you in a day, you're still having a pretty good day as far as I'm concerned. Also, quick little plug, folks! Check out those events up above my head. That's right above my very face, right next to Grampone's lovely beard, you have a list of upcoming events. We have the charity event tomorrow at this time, at this channel, with special guest co-host Imperial Jedi. And then, of course, we have Working versus Jedi, usually Working versus Imperial Jedi as a grudge match on Wednesday, October 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. U.S. Chicago time. And then, of course, next Saturday, Royal UK. It's absolutely great. And also, we are accepting applications for a limited run in November. That's right. We're going to have an abbreviated bracket in November because the last Saturday of the month is part of Thanksgiving weekend, and I am going to be spending that time. I won't be traveling with Kaz's wife, but we will be taking the time to spend with each other. So there will be no Season Snap on November 28th. Again, the final Saturday of November, there will be no cities in a snap. I'm adjusting what the schedule and the bracket is going to be for next month, but please apply if you want to be in November. There we go. Night Wars, I crashed twice on Wednesday, but fine otherwise. Oh my. No crash for me. I probably jinxed myself. Probably, kitty. There we go. Night Wars, I just got home. Not tried yet. There we go. Haha, Malvin. November 20th. It's my birthday. Is it, Slim? Well, in that case, we're taking out to celebrate Slim's birthday. It's going to be perfect and beautiful, and we'll sit there and pet puppies or something. How's that sound, Slim? Will you pet a puppy on your birthday for me? There you go. Kaz, I have no problem. I hope you have your time soon. There we go. She will. There we go. Have a busy week. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yep, I'll be 50 years ancient. Dude, don't think of it that way. Think of it as you have completed 50 laps around the sun. That is how amazing you are. You have completed 50 laps. I've only done 20 some odd laps. I don't know how you did 50 laps around the sun. That's huge. I mean, have you seen how long a lap around the sun is? That's amazing. 50 laps? I can't believe it. You're incredible. Absolutely incredible. There we go. In a few weeks when classes are over. Yep, there we go. Slim Gaming right behind you. I got the big 3-0 coming up. There we go. Have a good lurk there, Josh. And thank you for the gift subs again. Really means a lot. And Pumpkinhead with the gift sub to Mama Van. Can we get some love in chat? Thank you so much for the love. It really means a lot. And yesterday I got ID'd in the co-op for Red Bull. There you go. Same answer. Not looking forward to that. Hi, Andrew. Hi, thank you. Indeed, the love is real. And folks, be sure to share the emotes, share the love, enjoy the special privileges in Discord. And remember, folks, subbing and gift subbing is not the only way you can contribute to this event. You can always help out by doing things such as checking out our Patreon, or donating directly, or contacting me if you have a special set of skills and you would like to help out with season stuff. We're always looking for volunteers to help run this magnificent event. There we go. So our policy is not sold under 16s. Rip. What do you mean? The sunrise laps around us on a flat plane on top of a tortoise. I am going to smack Eclipse Chris. There we go. Bingo. There we go. That's right. Get your bingo cards out, Kaz. Check your mic. Check your mic. Here and there, you've lost some words. That's interesting. I don't know why it's lost some words for me occasionally. Is that happening to anyone else? There we go. Or is it just the Nightmorphus? Because I haven't adjusted my mic settings. It's possible that there's just some weird spoopy stuff happening. Because again, I'm using RTX voice again. So it's possible that there's something spoopy going on with that. But I wouldn't expect there to be something spoopy. There you go, cardio time. Oh, I bet. Sounds good to you? Okay, so it might just be Morphus maybe? I don't know. Or maybe I'm just speaking weird Kazish. There you go. Thank you, Andrew. Indeed. And Luca has hosted the stream for 2 viewers. Thank you so much, Luca. High five. Really means a lot. And I bet that was actually a raid that was borked by Twitch. So you know what? Thank you for the raid, Luca. Thank you for sharing your love with us. Season 7, as we had a raid and I was late, sorry. Could we have a synopsis of what the contestants' plans are? Wow, grab them. No, that's fine. So, right now, we don't have any solid plans across the board, but a general overview is Grampone is going to be an outsider looking in. Grampone is looking to represent what he believes feels like Europe, small town Europe, as an outsider looking in. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. He is, of course, going the multiple towns approach that seems everyone else is leaning towards. And then we've got Early Rav, who Early Rav is seeking to do kind of the same thing, except he said he was going to lean a little bit more into the agriculture, things like that. So I'm expecting to see more farms, things like that. Expect lots of winding roads through farmland is kind of what I'm expecting to see here. And then Otherworld is we are expected to see some detailing from and function as he grows out his city, because he said himself he is trying to detail. He is, of course, also new to streaming on Twitch, so everyone feel free to say hi to him. And yeah, another great streamer to add to our wonderful community of streamers. And then, of course, we have participant number 1, Outfrost, who is trying to utilize the rails, have lots of very far-flung towns where he can connect them with a good rail infrastructure and make the whole area feel connected. So again, we've got 4 similar yet separate ideas here, and I'm really excited to see which one comes out on top. What do you think, folks? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Do you have an idea that you like the most? Do you have an idea you like the least? Let me know in chat. Hi to him. Hi to him indeed. Here we go, and then I'd switch in a heartbeat. I'm 52, love to be a singer for 21 or even 31-year-old. Thanks, Season Sap. Anytime, Gratham. It's what I am here for. There we go. Yeah, boy, there we go. And I missed having you in chat last week, by the way, Gratham. I know I got to talk to you on mic instead, but something about seeing your little green name pop up just warms my heart. There we go. I'm going to win, but it'll take me at least 6 months. I mean, actually, so this is something else. So we've teased the idea a few times, and we are trying to set up a little bit of the infrastructure to do so. We want to start implementing weekly challenges. So taking the season snap theme of the week and then having that run for another week on the private end. So if you want to try your own hand at doing cities and a long form snap, then you submit your pictures to me by Friday night, so about 24 hours before this event starts, and then maybe I start adding some of those and showcasing them with your names on them in the preview slides before the show begins, because I think it'd be a great way to showcase what everyone in the community is doing. There we go. Roger for second. The Eclipse Chris second twice in the same stream. Exactly. Green name. Yes, indeed. Gotta love the green name. Oh, enjoy it, cows. It goes way fast and you miss it. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, that's a cool idea, isn't it, Luca? So, Luca, how was your stream? I hope it was magnificent. And also, let's go ahead and dive right in. I want to see what Outfrost is up to. Because, of course, he's playing with my heart here. He knows I love me some rails. But something else here is he's actually replaced a lot of his rails, which I really appreciate. He's got a nice, slick-looking set of modern rails, and it looks like he's trying to get the perfect connection here. But at that slide of an angle, it's always going to look a little bit off. That's just kind of the fact of the matter. If I were him, I would pull that node over with Move It, and then I would just, there we go. And now I would just use Move It to align it a little bit. Just straighten it out, make it look a little bit better, and I think he'd have a better time. Ew, green names. I know, right, Cuboid? There we go. All right, Kitty Claude, I would vote Cybex. I'm sure you would. Hey, Luca, there we go. Green for the win. Hey, Cindy Chase. Yellow name. Best name. Toady, I know you're not biased. You're absolutely not biased. Not even in the slightest. House Turbot, by the way. Fuchsia, best name. I don't know why I said Fuchsia instead of Fuchsia, so we're going to ignore that I said that. It was really nice for streaming. God knows how long this week I've been away from my PC because of school and stuff, so it's great to be back. Glad to have you back streaming, Luca. I'll have to check you out. I can't wait to see you blow up more rockets. Orange is the best. Everyone knows that. But it's not Slim. You know how I know that? Because my name isn't green. Duh. There we go. Toady IQ, best Canadian color. Wait, I think Polyphony is yellow, isn't she? I think Polyphony is yellow. Am I wrong about that? Hang on, let me try this. Hang on. I'm curious now. Yep, Polyphony's yellow. There we go. Yep, Polyphony's best color. There we go. It's settled. There we go. Nailed it, Tommy. Best Canadian color. You bet. Yep. Yay! She's gold. Yep. So she's gold. So goldish yellowish is the best colorish. There we go. Best color. Gareth is wrong. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and check out. I am kind of curious what we're going to be seeing from Grampone over here. And also, folks, what do you think of the fact that we have 3 newbies to the competition today? Isn't that just great? I love seeing new people here. I love seeing new people. It's absolutely great. And I love using this. This is also how I discover new streamers. Hint, hint, wink, wink. There you go. Blue equals Intel fanboy. Red equals AMD fanboy. Green equals NVIDIA fanboy. Orange equals not biased and just get the best of the best. But what about yellow then? There we go. It's great to see people newer than I. It's true. I could be very strict today. It's true you could. Yep, there we go. Anyone bothered to count how many colors there are? I didn't. I don't know. There we go. Slim, there we go. Well, I mean, Slim is a little bit correct on there because I believe that Gareth has a small altar to Intel in his closet. There we go. So let's go ahead and I'm curious here. So Grampone has a little bit of a swerve in his rails. I'd like to see him get rid of that swerve because typically a swerve that small is going to be averted by having the road itself move to align more with the rails. So I'm excited to see if he manages to do that, because if not, that's going to be a little bit of beautification off, because right there, it's such an easy fix for him. But again, he has an hour and 20 some odd minutes. He's got plenty of time to do so. Because the new orange, I'm sure it is. I'm glad to see new people. Everyone must be getting tired seeing me all the time. Exactly. And then how's the new GPU? You tell me, Luca. We're watching Season Snap in double the pixels. Actually, it's more like something like triple the pixels that we were previously. I am embedding the streams in a higher resolution. I am restreaming them to you in a higher resolution, and I am also in a higher resolution. We had all the colors on me fixed, but for some reason something's changed in my lighting setup, and I, for the life of me, don't know what's going on with that. But we will find out at some point. But for now, let's go ahead and check out another competitor. Let's go ahead and see what Early Rave is doing. Early Rav, Early Rave, either way. See, he said I wasn't wrong, just I was not right either. High-res Kaz is the best Kaz. Also, Kitty Claw, let's go ahead and close out that first giveaway, courtesy of Sweetsy, a copy of RimWorld. A copy of RimWorld, it'll be perfect and beautiful. I can't wait to see who wins that. Oh, I wish I could enter that so bad. There we go. All right, there we go. Marinated Beef Cubes won the giveaway with a 5.26% chance. Congratulations, Marinated Beef Cubes. High five, my friend. I'm sure you will enjoy it. It's a lovely, lovely game. Hi, Cows. What's up, Brown Bird? How are you doing, my friend? Those are Polyphony's lights now. Yep, they're obviously Polyphony's lights. Kaz, a little close to the sun. Cindy Chase, no, I'm not. It's weird because I have to... long story short, here's what's happening. My camera is about 2 feet ahead of me. That's not a big deal. But the big deal is the fact that the only, studio lighting I have is my ring light, which is another 2 feet behind that. So I actually have to be pretty high powered to catch the green screen right behind me and not have shadows and all of that occur. So yeah, it's kind of spoopy, lots of stuff happening. I will fix it at some point soon by getting a softbox, but that just hasn't happened yet. I am shopping around for a softbox lighting kit now that fits within my budget, because that way we can get rid of all of that bouncing light nonsense and we can have a perfect and beautiful green screen setup. There we go. No stress, Kaz. It is what it is. Oh, yeah, it is what it is. I just don't like the fact that I either look sunburnt or pale as a ghost, because I am neither of those things. It's a great day. It's an all cats awesome day. It's an all cats awesome day from Brown Birds, because guess what? Cities and Snap, CIAS, all caps, all the time. There we go. What's up, Mama Van? Grats indeed. There we go. Rigged, always rigged. Second giveaway will be 911 Operator from Kitty Claude. Take piece of printer paper to the light, Insta softbox. Well, no, I don't need it for the soft effect. I actually want it for the balancing effect, because the softbox is actually one of the best ways to get a balanced lighting feature for an under-the-desk shadow like I have. Because the problem is my desk is really deep. It is about 4 feet deep. I'm not even kidding. There we go. You're not a ghost? I'm not a ghost. There we go. Pale as a ghost. I'm sure you are. Spooky camera. Spooky. There we go. For now, Early City is the one that convinces me more. Let's see. I do agree. I think Early has the best city right now. He has the best start. He has the best feeling of a small town. It feels like something that I would see in Europe, but he's missing features. He's missing fun. He's missing pizzazz. So, whereas, yeah, he's really nailed the idea of it, there's no real identity in it yet. But again, it's early in the game. Let's see how that evolves as we compare it to Otherworld. As I've given to City some pics in Discord, my husband's in Tatooine City. Ooh, please send that to me, Brownbird. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be absolutely great. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, post that all over Discord, and I will be checking that out. And also, I hope you've been lovely, Brownbird. I did see you chatting away earlier. Unfortunately, I was a little busy. Oh, also, speaking of things that I saw in chat earlier, Toady, I did appreciate the Mojang fix your game joke. I really appreciated that. I appreciated it, and I started chuckling a little bit, but I decided to focus on the interview instead. But yeah, I did chuckle at that joke a little bit. Yes, okay. Yeah, see, yeah, Toady, for those, you might not know this, but I actually do run a couple of Kaz community Minecraft servers that we play on. I love Minecraft. I've been playing it since late alpha, early beta days. There we go. All right, hi there, Brainless. What's up, Brainless? Hope you're doing well. Did he get an early start? It's mind-blowing. No, I don't think he did. Nobody got an early start. Now, Outfrost and Otherworld are operating at a disadvantage. They entered about 10 and 6 minutes late, respectively, and so they'll be able to make up 5 and 3 minutes, respectively. So, again, I think that you are starting to see a little bit of that, but honestly, what Otherworld has here is stunning already. And if he can make a couple microcosms like this across the map, this is going to be a really convincing EU small towns build. Again, in my opinion. I was making a joke on his name, Kaz. Early rev. Oh, I got you. I see how it is. Unactivated Windows for Outer World screen. Oh, big rip. I didn't even notice that. There you go. Chris got $400 Target exclusive Falcon for his 50th birthday. His brother built him a Stanford and it is just beyond the Oh, that looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Brownbird, I need to see that. Please send pictures. There we go. Fabulous. And folks, be sure to join the Cities in a Snap Discord for some special community stuff. We've got areas for you to share your builds. We've got areas for if you are looking into becoming a modder, doing that. We've got a lot of things. We've got tips for Skyline streamers. We've got all sorts of resources for that. And speaking of resources, I want to also take a brief moment to plug for everyone that is interested. We are entering a more active beta phase for the Polyphony system. Polyphony is the Twitch bot, and obviously the Twitch bot is just part of it. The moderation tools are the big back-end part of it. There are now moderation tools free for you to use as a user, and you don't even have to surrender your email or anything. You literally just log in with your Twitch, and you can do mass moderation across every channel that you moderate for. And that is completely free to you to use, and I'm wanting more beta testers. So if you want to beta test that, you can head to polyphony.me to figure out more, or you can message me directly and I will be sure to answer any questions. So I want to take that brief moment to spotlight that. Who makes mods for this game? I know, right? There you go. I will. Please do. There we go. Did you fix the email requirement then, guys? Yep. It was actually a lot easier to fix. It turns out that I had laid out a lot of the infrastructure for it ahead of time. Turns out past Kaz is smarter than I give him credit for. There we go. Pirate Turtle, what's up there? Brainless, indeed. Yeah, you'll be interested to know the solution that I already had in place that I didn't know I had in place. Garrett. It turns out that all I really had to do was change one line of code, comment it out, and then uncomment the next line. I had already thought of it, apparently. It's weird. So there we go. Sorry about that. And then Pirate Turtle, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing fantabulistic. Past Kaz, smart. I want to meet him. I know, right? I always want to meet him. Geek Talk, I'm outie. Oh, I know, right, Brilliance? How's that extension going? Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and check out what Outfrost is doing. Outfrost is leading into these solar farms. Now, we've seen these solar farms a lot lately on Cities in the Snap. And the first couple times we saw them, they were a little newer. But now they're not as new. They're not quite as, I guess, flashy as they used to be. But they're still very good, in my opinion. And I'm really excited to see what he does with them. Nerds, I know, right? Solar farm hype! There we go. And then, yeah, we did get that fixed. So let's go ahead and bump right back out. And keep in mind, folks, we are giving away a second thing now. That's right. We are giving away 911 operator provided by Kitty Claude. And speaking of giveaways, I want to take a brief moment to discuss the fact that tomorrow, during tomorrow's special Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity event, you'll be able to give money to charity and have a chance to win one of several codes. We've got a lot of them. We got a lot of codes. We'll be giving away one every 20 minutes tomorrow. That's right. Every 20 minutes of the build phase tomorrow, we will just be giving one away. And it'll be a 70% off code for the Paradox store. That's right. 70% off anything that isn't a new release. So you can't do CK3, the Emperor DLC for EU4, or the new Prison Architect DLC, or Sunset Harbor. I believe those will be excluded, but just about everything else, you can get 70% off. Imagine 70% off the entire Skylines collection. That'd be great. Can we play with Meteors of Love tomorrow too? No, you cannot play with Meteors of Love tomorrow. That part is not done yet. I have not made any progress on that front. Here we go. Hello, Mr. Professor. There we go. Glad you entered. Too bad I'm busy doing a thing tomorrow. Shucks. I know, right, Toady? If only you were participating. But that's okay, because Toady will be participating as a participant. She will be a participant alongside Kitty Claude, Little Kaz, who rated us earlier, and of course, the mighty Dawn Lane. They will all be participating. They will be building the best research campus possible, research hospital campus possible, I should say, to honor Breast Cancer Research Foundation and all the great work that all of our hospital workers do, and also as a secondary salute to all those that have been busting their backs over the course of 2020 with all the stuff happening in the world. So it'll also be kind of a backdoor salute to that, but obviously front door salute to Breast Cancer Research Foundation and all the wonderful stuff they do. And we'll have a donation goal. It'll be absolutely great. I can't wait to see you all there. And I have a special guest host, Imperial Jedi. So that'll be absolutely lovely. Did you check Sunset Harbor? I didn't get an answer. I'm gonna send another one so I know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that Sunset Harbor won because she said all but the newest releases, and that would be the newest release in one of their franchises, so that's probably excluded. There we go. Oh, I'm watching that one. It's gonna be great, Papa Norse. It's gonna be absolutely great. And Mama Van has bought a ticket. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There we go. And Toady, are you looking forward to tomorrow? Is it gonna be absolutely great? I think it will be. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. It'll be amazing. That is what makes me the most nervous. You did tell Jedi I only had 2 hours to build, right? Yep, I did tell him only 2 hours. And he said 3. I said 2. He said 2.5. I said 2. He said 5. I was like, what? And then he said 2. And I was like, okay. There we go. All right, and Papa North has bought a ticket. Beautiful. Has Jedi blocked off 3 hours to host it tomorrow? Actually, yes. Because keep in mind, you've got the couple minutes beforehand, and then you've got the event itself. And then, after all that, you've got, of course, the tours and all that. So, of course, he has to block off 3 hours for it. I am, sir, really excited to be side by side with Dawn and Kitty and to meet Little Kaz. Oh, it'll be absolutely great. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely lovely. It's going to be great. I'm so hyped for it. I couldn't be any more hyped for it if I tried. Who? Imperial Jedi? Never heard of him. Never will. I know, right? Oh, a Slim. It's the same guy as Jedi Imperial. That scrub. There we go. All right, the solar panels are always a power play, Kaz. You think they're always a power play because you always use them, Eclipse Chris. Oh boy, I'm excited. I want to Eclipse Chris. We need to schedule our grudge match because, folks, grudge match number 2, as you can see up above, Working v Jedi is scheduled for Wednesday, October 21st, 5 p.m. US Chicago time, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here, 1 hour, usually versus Jedi, and it's a complete chat vote. I am only there to host and to moderate, and it's up to you guys who wins, Jedi or Working. It's going to be an absolutely great thing. I can't wait to see what they choose as the theme. It's going to be absolutely great. And also, I'd like to point out that over the next week, we will have 3 Cities in a Snap events over the next week. Oh my goodness, I am not ready for that. But you know what? I'll make myself ready for it. Can't wait for tomorrow. Very important topic tomorrow. Exactly. Really, Quiz? Oh boy, I'm excited. I know, right? Kitty, okay, I was finally accepted. That's right, I did accept. I accepted last week, actually, Dawn. There we go. I accepted last week, about halfway through the competition. There we go. Hello, Brainless, my friend. How are you today? Brainless is doing Brainless as usual. Oh, I should probably feed him. Dang, I forgot to feed him yesterday. Oh, well. He can deal without feeding him until tomorrow. There we go. All right. Ooh, you brought to me tickets. Rip. I was building last weekend. Oh, yeah, it's true. You were building last weekend. There we go. I was too. It's true, you were, but yeah, I did accept. So for those that don't know, Kazja, me, your host, I have accepted Eclipse Chris's challenge to me for a grudge match, and we will be going 1v1 mono and mono for 1 hour in a theme that I have picked. It's going to be basically roundabouts, so we're going to build a giant turbo roundabout, and we've got an hour to do it, detail it, all of that stuff, and it's going to be perfect and beautiful and amazing, and it'll be up to chat to decide who has built the best turbo roundabout ever between me and Eclipse Chris. It'll be absolutely great. There we go. Bingo! There we go. Be sure to use that bingo there. Wait, what were you bingoing there? There we go. Kaz promotes Kaz. That's a bingo card. Oh, I'm sure it is. There we go. All right, let's see here. So let's go ahead and dive in again, because I am curious to see. We've got a lot of activity happening on both Grand Pwned and Other Worlds. Let's go ahead and check out Grand Pwned first. Turbo about in a snap. Pretty much John Lane is from the makers of... Oh my, there we go. All right, so... Let's see here. So he still hasn't fixed his cargo train line, but that's okay. He's got a lot of other interesting things. I would like to point out his road layout, which is really nice because it has the main road that kind of sort of follows the course of the water. And then he has other roads that build off of that. And then it slowly grids off from there. So I think that that part he's actually nailed. Embracing a water feature and then building a grid off of that for rapid building. Now, something I would like to see is I would like to see an older part of town that maybe has a bit more of the squiggles, a bit more of the curves and bends. But again, we'll have to see if he manages to do that. Also, I thought about intersections and stuff. Yes, I have thought about that, Luca. I've thought about it, and I do think that we can have a special one-off intersections in a snap. I absolutely think we do. There we go. Turbo out in a snap. Exactly. Hands, brainless, a slice of barbecue pizza. Where's my pizza, Slim? There we go. There we go. Snap been necked by the Mafia because Luca squealed. What? Also, yes, I have thought about that. Oh, gee, thanks for the pizza. No, don't give him that. Sign me up. Okay, Luca, I will sign you up. We're going to have to see, because I've got the format mostly worked out. There's still a couple details I want to work out before we come to a full agreement on what the competition will be. And we'll probably try to do it a week that we don't have a grudge match plus a charity event. So it won't be for at least a couple of weeks, but... yeah, do keep intersections and snap in mind. Also, we're looking for participants for November. Be sure to apply. Use the register link to apply for November. We're looking for participants. And again, November is going to be a shorter month. We will not have Cities in a Snap the final weekend of November. Let me repeat that. There will be no Cities in a Snap the final weekend of November. That is... the Thursday right beforehand is American Thanksgiving. And we are going to be... I'm going to be celebrating that with Kaz's wife, and I decided with her that we're going to take that weekend just for ourselves, to hang out, just us, enjoy each other's company, and I do appreciate that you all understand that. Thank you so much for your understanding. There you go, and remember to join the Discord. Exactly! Ew is a Kazim, Ew is an Ignis. There we go. And don't worry, I'll be sure to slide Brainless a turkey leg or something. There we go. Kazim, do you want to make the match spicier? If I win, you have to admit you enjoy something. If I win... I have to not eat something. No. I'm not agreeing to that. Oh, really? So you do have a life? I didn't see Skylines. About time. Oh, come on, Don Lane. I have a life. I do things like play World of Warcraft. I'm such a weird guy. Couple time. Who does that? I know, right? Let's go. Indeed. Quarter Pounder, welcome in. Right now, we're observing Otherworld. Otherworld is competing and doing a pretty good job of building up things, and I do like the fact that he's doing an elongated town. So a lot of people like doing kind of the whole radial town where, yeah, you build out in different ways, but it slowly grows like this. But having an elongated town is actually fairly common. It's something that we haven't seen yet in the small towns competition, but I'm really excited to see what he's doing with that small town vibe. There you go, contestants. It's participants that you're looking for, but I'll add that as an alt command for it. Let's go, indeed. Whole time who does that, I know, right? This is looking so good already, though. It is! And they have over an hour left to go! Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Over an hour to go. Might want to turn the noise reduction slider down a bit. An RTX voice, Kaz. I might want to do that. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about, friend. There we go. I hope he goes for other front. And a small pour. Oh, I'd love to see. I just had pepperoni pizza. Oh, that's so beautiful, Kitty Claude. So very beautiful, so very beautiful. There you go, Mr. Tommy. Is it really pizza then? What? Probably not. There you go. Kitty Claude, no, test subjects. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There we go. No, yeah, what's wrong with pepperoni, Luca? I thought we were friends. See, I'm not the only one to lose some words from you, Kaz. Oh my goodness, clearly. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn that noise suppression down. So it looks like maybe whenever I'm talking faster, we might lose a word or two, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world as far as I can tell. There we go. Don't know if it's a beer. Others might be in the same trip. Maybe a glass would be better, just be safe. Okay. I will have Kaz's wife bring a glass, just in case, because again, I want to emphasize this is a soda. not alcoholic or any of that. Brainless just brought that up to me because he was confused. Let me go ahead and see if Kazai can rustle up a glass real quick. There we go. And then make two for it. There we go. And thank you, Sheik, for the quick little thing on how to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have the tools in order to do that. Oh, wait, no. That's a toolless version. Never mind. I might be able to do that indeed. We don't want to miss out on your perfect and beautiful voice. Who listens to what Kaz says anyways? I know, right, Toady? No one listens to me. Way to throw me under the bus. Sorry, Brainless. You know how I am. I don't know what I'm doing half the time anyways. But folks, we got just over an hour to go. Thank you, Kazwife, for bringing me a glass so I don't look like I'm just, a rager over here. I mean, I do party for Season Snap, but I don't party quite that hard for Season Snap. So let's go ahead, and we're going to be starting the interviews. Does anyone have anything in particular that... Oh my goodness, it's a slightly transparent cup. Transparent cup. Transparent cup. A lot of root beers come in glass bottles in the US. It's true. There we go. Half. Exactly. Oh, come on, Cuboid. As English is not my first language, I'm quite proud I can understand what Kaz says most of the time. Sometimes, yes, some words. Try to be calming for Gramp. The cup of invisibility. Oat and raisin. What? It's 10 p.m. here. You allowed? Come on, they're telling me. Anyways, so I actually don't drink beer. But anyways, so moving on. Let's go ahead and... Is there anything that chat wants me to ask in particular? Do we have any specific questions for any of the 4 participants? Be sure to shout them out in chat, and I will be sure to ask them if I manage to see it and it comes up. So first of all, let's go ahead and chat with the man, the myth, the legend, that human that is participant number 1, Outfrost. What's up, Outfrost?
Here we go. Here we go with the halftime. Well, I don't feel like I'm doing great on timing with my stuff.
Uh-oh. Why's that?
But I'm trying to amend that.
Why do you feel like you're falling low behind on time, other than losing 10 minutes at the beginning?
Because I have no buildings yet, and I haven't even got one of my settlements done at the minute. Not to mention any detail or beautification, so it's a little bit rough.
Right, but you do have some important things. You've got a good rail connection in, which is really good. You've got a nice road layout, which is very essential to a small town feel, because the right road layout can make or break a small town vibe. And I love that station you're using. I have to say, I absolutely love it, and it definitely fits that EU vibe. Was that selected on purpose, or is that something that you've used a lot in the past?
So it's something that I've subscribed to recently, I want to say, and yeah, it was really nice. So I was just browsing what I had on the workshop, just subscribed, and I thought, oh, this actually fits really well. I like that. So
Nice.
yeah. Other than
Nice.
that, I'm gonna try to struggle my way into some actual town building, because yeah, we need to get that sorted, don't we? And my
Yes,
game
yes, we
lags
do.
a whole lot.
Oh, no, that's fine. All of our games lag after a while. So, something I do want to ask you on this, though. So, you are struggling a little bit out of time. Now, do you feel like it's mainly because of those 10 minutes you're missing? Do you feel like it was missteps you made in planning? Or do you feel it's missteps in execution? Or do you feel like it's just a general, maybe a little bit of column A, B, and C?
You know, it's kind of everything at this moment. I kind of feel like the decisions I made in planning may not be the ideal ones in the end for a 2-hour speed build. But also, losing 10 minutes at the beginning, having to fumble with mods. There's a bunch of things that goes into it. So yeah, I don't know.
You know what? That's perfectly fine, though. But again, you have the experience to be able to pull it off. So again, it's one of those things that, I mean, experience really is so much in this competition, because, I mean, you were one of the first people to mention that it's so much better your second time around because you actually know how to adapt. And I think that that's something that a lot of people have said since then, because, I mean, it is true. I mean, yeah, the first time is one thing, but then the second time is like, okay, now I actually know where to make your sacrifices, all that stuff as far as time management. And I think that you're one of the people that's more equipped to deal with that, in my opinion, at least.
Right, and I do kind of feel some of that. but I also feel like, unfortunately, I might need to make some sacrifices in the areas that I least wanted to make them in. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Right, and hey, just as we're interviewing right there, your first building. So see, one of your concerns already out the window, no longer relevant. You have buildings.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they
Yeah.
stay there. Hopefully you didn't leave earthquakes on by any chance, and then you have a giant earthquake. No, that'd be funny.
No, I don't have that DLC, So
Oh
there
yeah,
you
that's right.
go.
You don't have that DLC. Well, there you go. No earthquakes for you. Anyways, folks, this is twitch.tv/Outfrost. Be sure to check them out for cities and game dev stuff and all that sort of stuff. And we'll be checking with you at the end interviews.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Good luck to.
And now we are on to Grampone. What is up, Grampone?
Oh, the usual.
The usual. So, Toady has told me that I need to calm you down. Why do I need to calm you down exactly? Is there something uncalm
I think
right now?
I think I'm okay. I'm just, I'm just so used to playing at such a slow, casual, relaxed pace.
Right. It's different, isn't it? It's
It
very
is totally
different.
different. My respect for all of the past participants is raised immensely.
So, what would you say your biggest kind of false assumption was going in that you are now kind of thinking through as you're like, oh my gosh, this isn't what I thought it was? Like, what's your number one biggest false assumption you had going in then?
That it would just that my natural play would just click in. And though while I'd speed it up a little bit, or perhaps it would just seem more natural, like when I do it casual use. But no, it's the grand plans you think of that you think they're going to make something really neat, something really fantastic. You might not be able to plan out exactly as you thought when you're under the gun.
Nice. Well, I do think that that's absolutely accurate because again, it is a completely different beast as with any other esports competition because I mean, yeah, it's one thing sitting there, clearing for instance a World of Warcraft dungeon. It's another case doing that in a competitive esport format. And it's the same for things like Season of Snaps, it's the same for things like Rocket League, etc. It's a different scenario, it's a different line of thought. Now, what's one thing that you think you are going to be able to say is a benefit for you as you participate right now?
As an overall, the experience has taught me to, think outside the box, which I appreciate. Like I said, I may have had certain plans, but now that I'm not able with how I originally envisioned them, just turn it around, flip it, and work at, approach it from a different angle.
Oh, and that's absolutely great. I love those words. That's such wisdom. Thank you so much for those words of wisdom. Now, something else here. So you do have a couple of interesting little, I guess, microcosms that you started doing. And then, of course, you're really trying to lean into making it your city, I guess, connect organically to the highway. Is there a reason why you're trying to make it feel that organic? Is that just something that you feel fits the EU theme? Or is that just something that you're trying to do to adapt your own build style?
You know what? I'm making it up on the fly. I wish I had a better answer for you.
No, that's perfect. Making up on the fly is a perfectly legitimate answer. I mean, I mean, heck, one of my questions during, my doctoral exams was literally just, I thought of it on the fly, and they expect you sometimes to have like pages and pages of response. My response was literally in my orals, just, oh no, I just thought of it on the fly, and it ended up sounding fine. So, I mean, that's a perfectly legitimate argument. If it works in a doctoral defense, it works in this case. I guarantee it. But final little bit before I get out of your hair here. So, as far as your overall progress, do you feel like you are ahead of where you could have been? Do you feel like you're falling a bit behind the ball, or do you feel like you're in the right ballpark?
As far as building, perhaps, but as far as all the mechanics and playing in the way they're supposed to play to make it work the way I want it to, I didn't plan that out right. I maybe perhaps relied too much on that sort of element.
And you know what? That's perfectly fine. Because honestly, from this perspective, it all looks good. It all looks great. Again, as you mentioned, immense respect for anyone that participates. That includes you. You are now part of the elite rank of people that have participated in Cities in a Snap. You are participant number 43, I believe. So yeah,
Ooh, all right.
you're joining the elite ranks.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try early next year too. Again.
Awesome. And then also, really quick, Kazwife, I want you to note his shirt. I'm sure you'll appreciate his shirt. Kazwife's a huge Star Trek fan. If I didn't point that out, I probably would have heard about it later. So,
I am a huge Star Trek fan as well. Live long and prosper.
well, I bet you two could talk each other's ears off about that. I'm a fan myself, but not as big as her. But anyways, I'll get out of your hair. You've got a lot of buildings to do in the next 53 minutes. So best of luck. We'll check in with you at the end. And yeah, folks, check out twitch.tv/Grampone.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime. And now we're on to participant 3, early rave. See,
Hey,
I did it right. I can learn. Kazjims can learn. Sometimes.
Interesting.
Not very often. There we go. And yes, Christoph, I am aware of that. So, early wave. So, as far as your overall builds, I'm going to go ahead and just ask my number one question right off the bat. Are you ahead? Are you behind? Are you about on pace where you want to be? We've got a lot of people in chat saying, oh my goodness, this is a really complete town already. So, I mean, how do you feel you're doing?
Wow, that's a compliment. I got the feeling I'm way behind on my own schedule.
Really? In what way, if I may ask?
Well, I had some problems. I did a really basic mistake. I forgot my parking lot.
Oh, yeah. Parking
I
lots
don't
are
have
pretty
the
critical.
workshop on, so that would be an interesting aspect.
That would be a very interesting aspect.
Yeah. So, yeah. But beside that, I got a feeling it's going okay. I still have like 2 or 3 points I want to put into my build, and then I'm pretty satisfied, actually.
Nice.
So I hope the last hour will be enough time.
Yeah, I mean, because again, you got 51 minutes. You've already got a lot down. But again, you're just rolling with the punches. And yeah, you forgot something that you were going to think was going to be critical. But hey, finding creative ways around that is what it's all about. That's why we do this competition, because we learn so much just by watching, let alone playing. I mean, I bet you're, as a result of forgetting that, you're probably going to learn some things that you're going to use years down the road in this game. That's one of the cool advantages of this. But as far as your actual build goes, it's been really interesting to me because you've gone for a very loosely formed layout with only a handful of true right angles on the roads proper. Now, is that a reflection of what you're trying to do for the EU theme, or is that a reflection of what your personal build style is?
You mean like with the, not the grid style, like I've got some grids, but you mean with this?
Yes.
With the roads? Yeah. I know most of the streets here in Europe are not straight, so at least not in the small towns.
Right, because they more conform to the terrain and all that stuff.
Yeah, indeed, and like onto the water and the trees and everything else that's benefit with the terrain, indeed, yeah.
Awesome. So now something else I'll ask here. So you've got a small town, but you've also got a large rec field going on here. You've got, it looks like 3 soccer fields plus a rec facility next to it. So what's the logic there? Because at least here in the US, you wouldn't normally see a small town with that big of a rec facility in it.
You find 3 fields big?
Well, for us, normally, like, no, it's not big. To me, that's actually small. But for a small town... Oh, it is? Okay. Well, so for a small town, for me at least, it's one of those things where it's like, if you see more than one field, it's like, whoa, this is big city stuff. So I'm just curious, is that just kind of your interpretation, or what's the deal there?
Well, in my interpretation, like I grew up in a small rural town, at least, it has like 10k pop or something, and it had like 10 football fields or so for one soccer club. So I find this pretty small.
Gotcha. So again, that's just different in perspective, because where I grew up, the small towns are like, yeah, we're lucky because we're the town in the area that actually has a baseball field. Like that's the kind of small towns I'm used to. Or like you gotta go 2 towns over for the football field. You gotta go, 1 town over to find the basketball arena. I mean, I grew up in a larger city, but that's how the small towns around me were. And if it was something like swimming or something like that, you had to go to the city for. So. That's it. But again, I mean, hey, different perspectives for everyone. And that's another thing I'm gaining a lot in this competition over the past several months is I'm getting a lot of perspective on a lot of people's urban planning designs. And another thing here that's I find very interesting, you're really shying away from the highway as a whole. And I find that very interesting. Is that more kind of intelligent, hey, we don't really normally have these giant super highways around here, or is that more of you'd rather focus on this being a real backwoods type of town?
Well, we have some highways, but like most of the town, the small rural towns are next to an national highway or something, the smaller type.
Right.
So I try to keep the focus on that.
Okay, and I thought that's what you were going for. I just wanted to ask because you can never be too sure. And
Indeed.
then the last little bit, so your first time in the competition, and
Yeah.
you're over halfway through. Do you have any kind of false assumptions that you've had to toss out now, an hour in? Anything that was just like, dude, how did I even think that that was correct?
Not really yet, actually. I'm still. Oh, maybe in the last interview I can come back to that because then I'm more chilled and not so stressed, in my opinion.
Well, hey, that's what counts. Because again, something that we get a lot, and I was actually just talking with Outfrost about this because he was one of the first people to mention it on the stream. But your first time in the competition is kind of your beta test of it. And then after that is when your real potential in season snap really starts to shine, because at that point you're familiar with the format, you're familiar with the competition, because there's just a lot of false assumptions that everyone makes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why don't you just use your own build style more here? And it's like, well, because you got to adapt. How come you don't build up this? Oh, well, you can't. And hey, you normally focus on big walkway bikeways thing. How come we don't do that? Well, you've got to make sacrifices. And it's just very interesting seeing everyone's build styles adapt. Now, is there something that you think is probably scarier looking in, but now that you're in the competition is a lot less scary?
I don't think so at the moment. Well, maybe the time frame for 2 hours, but if it was 3 hours, I would be more comfortable.
Right. Well, I mean, you've got about 46 minutes and change left, so I think you've got plenty of time, especially with what you've got down now. I'm loving what I see, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, because again, you've got 46 some odd minutes left. That's a lot of building to do, and we don't want to be in your hair any more than we have to be for that.
Thank you. I will try to keep my best for the next 46, you say?
Yep, 46 minutes and 18 seconds.
Then I will see you after that, and thank you for dropping by again.
Anytime. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/EarlyRav3, aka Early Rave, and be sure to check him out and let him know if you're enjoying his build. And we'll be chatting with you later.
Yes, see you then.
All right, and now on to Otherworld. What's up, Otherworld _?
Hey, Kaz, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. So you've got about 45 minutes left. So how are we feeling? Are you ahead? Are you behind? Do you feel like you had to throw out something that you were planning on doing? How are you doing?
Well, I don't know. I'm probably more than likely behind. I mean, there's a couple of things I'd like to do. Like, I was thinking it'd be fun to do like a train station, but that's not going to happen. I'm working on some farms over here. I don't know how far those are going to go. I don't know. I'm just kind of plugging along. I'm doing more detailing and more individual laying of my buildings than I thought I would do, for sure. So that's something I'm kind of having to adjust for just a little bit. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just I wasn't planning on doing this much personal placement of buildings, but that's okay.
Right. Well, we've got some people in chat already saying and sounding off, hey, your city is really convincing. And so that's props for chat to just sit there and declare, this is a really convincing city at this point in the competition. You're already moving up the rankings on that. So as far as your, because again, this is your first time, I do want to ask, so are there any false assumptions that you had going in that you are now kind of like, no, that's not true at all type thing now that you're in the competition? Anything you thought was, I guess, easier than it actually is in the competition itself, et cetera, et cetera?
No, I mean, not really anything that I feel is easier. I definitely will be giving myself more time to load up the game next time. That's
right.
For sure.
Yeah. Part of that is my fault there. Yeah. That's because again, the meeting ran a little long today, so that part of that's on me, but that's okay. That's why we did the 5-minute delayed start this time.
Yep. Yep. But no, I don't think anything that surprised me that's easier. I mean, it's been fun so far. I've enjoyed it, and I'm just like I said, just plugging along, hopefully, just trying to do as much as I can until the time is up. So, yeah. Ask me that maybe later when I'm finally done, and then maybe I can give you a better answer.
Oh, I'll definitely be asking that. Don't worry. I love grilling new contestants after their interviews are done. But next thing I want to ask here is, so you're doing a really good job of keeping a nice organic feel and also using the right buildings. Because again, the right buildings, the right roads, that can make or break a city no matter how you lay them out. And you've done a really good job of selecting assets and networks that work really well with each other. Is there a particular reason why you're using them together? Is it more happenstance? Because personally, I love that cobblestone road that you're using. I use similar ones all the time. I think that really helps make the build.
Yeah, no, I was talking about this in my stream just a little while ago, actually, about I did a little homework in terms of just studying what what a European city would look like. And there's definitely differences between American and which is where I am located in, obviously, and European. And the biggest difference is Europe has a lot more organic looking cities. They just have a lot more organic looking roads, and that's a lot of historical reasons for that. Whereas America's more grid-like. And so that was one of the first impressions that I had. And so that's done on purpose. And then the architecture, I basically just went onto Steam Workshop and basically just looked up German type buildings, basically, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. That's kind of what my thought was when I first was doing this, was like, well, I kind of am familiar with Germany, just because it's pretty well known here in the States, and the architecture is pretty well known. So that was pretty easy to gravitate towards. And then, like I said, the road layout was just through studying different road maps or road layouts of different European cities, both large and small. So
very nice. Now, final tidbit here before I let you go. Sure. As far as the actual build, and you've got 41 minutes and 40 seconds left, but do you feel like you're going to have to ditch any of your plans in the last 40 minutes or so due to time?
Yeah, maybe, because there's a little bit more roads than I maybe will be able to use. And then, like I said, the farming, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm just going to keep plugging along. The one thing I was planning to do that I've kind of changed a little bit was I was planning about putting down buildings and then going back and detailing later. I'm detailing as I go along in terms of trees and stuff, and different things like that. I'm kind of glad I'm doing that because I don't think I'd have time to do that. So at least with that, it'll be, at least with that, that'll be done. So hopefully it'll look okay. Otherwise, no matter what. But
awesome. Well, I'll go ahead and get out of here. You've got just over 40 minutes left. Best of luck in this last little bit, and we will be chatting with you at the end in the end time interviews.
Perfect. Thanks, Kaz. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Folks, again, this is twitch.tv/otherworld_. Be sure to check him out. Welcome into the wonderful world of Streaming Skylines, and let him know what you think of his build. All right. And with that, we are out of our halfway interviews. And so what do we think, guys? This is shaping out to be a good one right now. If I had to say, because I like to, at this point in the competition, I like to have kind of a top two, bottom two format. And right now, I think Otherworld and Early Rave are actually pulling ahead of Outfrost and Grampone. I think they are definitely distinguishing themselves as the top two that are currently participating. Now, again, a lot can change in the last 40 minutes. But as of the 40 minutes left mark, I believe that we have Otherworld and Early Rave as kind of pulling ahead of the others. But again, it remains to be seen how they perform on the Rubik, etc. But that's just my personal gut feeling. What do you guys think? Do you feel anyone is pulling ahead? Welcome to the community, Seven Shadows and Emily of the Sea. And then, of course, thank you to Joe for the sub. High five, really means a lot. Thank you so much for helping support Cities in a Snap. There we go. Yeah, those two towns are the more convincing right now. And of course, if you are European, which one looks best? If you are American, which one do you think is best? And do say, hey, I think that this is better. Hey, I'm from Europe, or hey, I'm not from Europe. Hey, I'm from, South Africa. Hey, I'm from, Russia, whatever it is. If you want for context, because that might help us see how these are being observed by all of us that are not from the EU. There we go. I put mine on early rave, but I could be a bit early on my decision. Really? So why would you put it on early rave over Otherworld at this point? Since it seems that a lot of us are in agreement that they're kind of pulling ahead. Now, they aren't leaps and bounds, definitely, because there are certainly advantages to Grampone's build, and there are definitely better plays in Outfrost that have yet to be fully fleshed out. But right now, just assuming that the competition between them, why would you say one over the other? Stupid phone. There you go. I'm from Asia, and all those cities are beautiful. I'm glad. Having driven all across Europe, early rev is very accurate. Nice. And he is actually adding in some of my favorite assets, the golf assets. I love those golf assets. They're beautiful. The Q-Boy Golf Course in Country Club. There we go. I shall tell you. I'm sure you shall tell me. Oh, Eclipse Chris shall really tell me. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull in the Eclipse Chris himself, and then he will give us a little bit of insight. For background, Eclipse Chris has participated in one Citizen Snap several times, so he is very experienced. So I'm gonna let him take it away. What's up, Chris?
Hey guys, how's it going?
I liked your
Just thought I'd
transition.
introduce.
I shall tell you, and I was just like, that was subtle. So.
It wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very, hey, I need to get you your own title card at this point. It's like I
Probably
feel like
should,
you're
yeah.
on here enough that you just deserve your own title card. But and that requires work and effort, and we all know I can't be bothered to do work and effort.
When you got 3 events coming up like in a row, pretty much in the week.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, why did I do this to myself? Anyway, so
you just love to punish yourself, guys.
I really do. But you know what? It's okay. I love doing it for this competition. But so why would you say early rave over Otherworld? Out of curiosity.
Just because the speed of the building that's going on, early rave seems to be putting ahead quite a lot in terms of how fast he's moving and putting stuff down. I think he's going to get the most complete finished product at the end of it. Right,
but as someone else pointed out, it was Luca earlier, and then it looks like Burder has actually reflected on it a little bit and expanded on it. So Luca mentioned, you may have seen this comment about if Otherworld were to add a wall just around even part of his build right now.
Yes.
It would look like a small town that is just now expanding past its original things, which is a very unique take on the European small towns, because obviously that's something that you only really see in Europe. There's a couple places in Asia where you see a couple of examples that are a little bit similar to it, but there's nothing quite like the, Central or Northern European town that is expanding past its walls. Actually, there's a couple of like Eastern Mediterranean towns that do this as well, particularly in Israel and all that, but you get the idea. Like, it's a very unique thing, and if you do it with European buildings, it's going to be very obvious what you're doing. Do you feel like that would be enough to bounce your personal opinion towards Otherworld for that uniqueness, or do you feel like Early Ravs is still a very strong palette?
It's a tough choice on that one. I do think that if he's going that route and having that wall in there, it would help his case in how he's building. And I have seen some instances, I think once was in bottom of Wales, I think as ages back I saw this, where they had like an old wall sort of thing, and they had built beyond that wall, and it's like that sort of oldness to it. It's pretty cool. So yeah,
right.
you could put it.
I mean, I think of that. I think of a lot of cities in, particularly like northern Italy, still has a lot of these around. Whenever you look at the countryside of Italy, and then also a very famous example that you can still see the different sets of walls is the city of Jerusalem in Israel, because you actually have the old city, the new city, and then you have the contemporary city. And so it's just like one set of walls, second set of walls, technically a third set of walls that like kind of rounded a corner. And then of course you have the modern city, which just grew up all around it, which is absurdly large. But it's really funny to see how that stuff evolves. And do you know that example that I cited, by the way, of Jerusalem, where you got like one set of walls, then the second, then the third, then the rest of the city?
I can picture it. I can picture it. I mean, I've not been there myself. I don't really. I haven't been there either.
I
can imagine it.
I'm just a map geek. I love studying maps.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a. I mean, heck, you know, I sit there.
What's a map? What's a map? I don't ask for directions. I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly. We don't ask for directions. So, now, out of curiosity, do you feel like I do that Otherworld and Early Rave are pulling into their own, I guess, bracket within this week's event? Do you agree with that sentiment?
And in terms of they are separating themselves from the other two, and
Yes.
the other two don't have much of a chance against them.
No, I think they definitely still have a chance, but I think that the odds are increasing by the minute that the champion
odds
will
are
either be
forever in their
Early Raid
favour.
or Otherworld. Yeah, exactly. Like now, obviously, Otherworld we have seen. We've seen people like Outfrost who are experienced come back in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and keep in mind, Outfrost has several minutes that he can make over. He has 3 minutes that he can make up over the limit.
Yeah.
Now, no wait, he has 5 minutes that he can make up at the end. Sorry, it's Otherworld has 3 minutes he can make up, and then Outfrost has 5 minutes he can make up. So again, that can make all the difference. And honestly, if I'm Outfrost, I take those minutes right now because he's already falling behind, and I think he knows he's off pace. You can tell a little bit in his interview because, again, he's experienced. He knows where he should be. And you even heard him talking about, I don't even have any detailing in yet going into the back half. So I think he knows he's going to need those extra 5 minutes at the end to just try and get that extra beautification and detailing in. And that's assuming he gets all of his network infrastructure, his cities, his small town vibes, and his rail connections that he was talking about at the beginning. Do you feel it's possible they bit off a little bit more than he can chew? Or do you feel that this is mostly just being rattled from having, all the delays and crashes at the beginning?
Well, if he's anything like me, he's probably bit off more than he can chew, because I like to try and build over my sort of actual capacity, as to say. But I think the fact that he has had those issues to start with, it has probably flustered him. It probably would me, and it's set him back. I mean, it's probably a progression of things that have caused him to fall further and further behind as he goes along.
Right now, because you've participated in this event several times, 5 by my count.
Once or twice.
Yeah, I think you're up to 5. You're getting up there at this point. So
I've done the two separate details in the snap. So there's that.
Yeah. So no, because you've done that and then 3 mainline events. So you're up to 5 right now. Man, you're getting up there in the amount of times you competed. But so, I mean, how much does it rattle you in the competition knowing that you've had a crash? Like, let's just assume you have a crash, but you still don't have a delay. You don't have to take a handicap. Is that something that still affects you a lot? Is it more of a mental thing? What's going through your head right now as a competitor, knowing that, hey, I've had a lot of crashes, even as you're just starting?
Well, I technically have had some experience in that, to take you back to the floods in a snap.
That's true. You have had that, yeah.
So I think it was 4 times I had to reload my map. That was fun. It's definitely a mental thing. It can sort of trigger you to sort of think differently, and then you then skip certain things that you've been thinking of and forget them, and then you end up not putting them in, and it's like, I should have put that in, and it would have probably got me that many more points.
And then the inevitable Kazim asking, hey, where's item 37? And then you're like, I was going to do item 37, but I forgot.
Exactly. Before you know it, it's like 5 minutes to go, and you're like, damn.
You're like, I know Kaz is going to ask about this. So you need to build a distraction, especially just something that you mentioned at the beginning. Because that's actually why I always ask what people's plans are, because I love trying to see how their plans have evolved. Like, I mean, for instance, I'm going to ask Outfrost if he doesn't get the connecting rail system, and I'm going to ask him about that. Because it's one of those things of managing expectations, because I think you've learned too that if you set the expectations too high and you don't meet them, people are going to remember that in the chat vote. But if you just if you do middling expectations and you meet or far exceed them, chat is going to be much more forgiving with you, and then you get those all important chat points.
Oh yeah, they're important. Chat vote can be make or break in this competition, and especially make the draws happen.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, that's something, because a lot of people it was about 3 months ago that I deflated the power of chat. A lot of people call it, and I made it to where they're just a bracket. They're not like the same as the theme. They're the same as just, beautification and detailing. And a lot of people were like, oh man, that's bad. But I mean, since then, we have had several occasions where chat has still overruled what what the rest of the rubric says. So I think it does show that 10 points is really powerful. And it can make up for someone, say, avoiding beautification altogether or forgetting what details are, etc. It can totally make up for that.
Yeah, generally everyone is such good competitors, I should probably say, that they can actually get really close in points, and those chat points can just change it completely. So the person who is at the bottom only by a little bit was the most popular, and then they end up beating the rest of them and get that win.
Right, and it's absolutely it's amazing seeing that stuff happen. I love seeing it happen time and time again. And again, I want to give you a quick moment. So, are you going to be attending the charity stream tomorrow?
I'll probably be raiding.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I'll do my
seeing you there.
do my what is it? What you say, Kaz, when you promote yourself? I got my old stream after I do my stream tomorrow. I'll be raiding you.
Oh yeah, the self-promote thing. Yeah, go ahead and promote yourself. I don't care. Yeah, no. So again, folks, this is twitch.tv/Eclipse Chris. He has participated in Season Snap a lot in the past. He knows a lot about the competition. He is a seasoned veteran at this point of the competition, and be sure to go check him out.
You can say that.
Yeah,
I'll look forward to our grudge match, Kaz. We should probably.
Oh, that's right. We have a grudge match. Yeah, we'll talk about that. It won't be this next week, obviously, because this week is hectic.
No.
Probably the week after. We'll chat about that. We'll figure out the approximate time, but you know the time frames that'll work for me, so we can operate off of that.
I'll take a phrase from Tony that I'll be building circles around you.
I mean, we are going to be doing roundabouts, so yeah, we will be building circles around each other. Oh my goodness. You know, the only thing I'm worried about before I let you go is we both make really bad jokes. It's just going to be a straight hour of us making really bad puns.
I'll give you a little hint of what. I'll give you a little hint what I'm going to be doing.
What?
I'm going to be modeling after a pineapple pizza.
Of course you are. And with that, folks, twitch.tv/Eclipse Chris. Thank you so much for jumping in, friend.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy the event.
Anytime. All right. So with that out of the way, Kitty Claude, let's go ahead and wrap up the second giveaway if we haven't done so already. Thank you for the follow there. Thank you for joining the community. Grain silo or silo looks like storage. It does look like storage. There we go. Puns on a sap, exactly. Was that Jimmy Carr? Probably. It was probably Jimmy Carr, Toady. There we go. Mr. Professor, congrats for these votes for me. Mr. Professor, congratulations on winning 911 Operator. It's a cute little game. I've seen it played before. It definitely seems like something that anyone in this community would absolutely enjoy. So right now, Outfrost dealing with the Traffic Monster, and the Traffic Monster is here with a vengeance, I must say. And you do have to be a little cautious at this point of the competition because, again, at this point, if you start having heavy traffic, it's going to affect things like your population. It's possibly going to cause you to have some rampant fires. It's possibly going to cause you to have some abandonment due to things like garbage and all that. So seeing that much traffic this late in the game is a little on the dangerous side. But again, Outfrost has a lot of experience in the competition. He knows this, and he probably has a plan around it. But folks, what do you think? Do you think that Outfrost is going to be able to utilize those last minutes? Do you think he's going to want to take those last 5 minutes? Take your bets now. Because again, he can make up to 5 minutes at the end if he wants to. Well, awesome. Thank you, Kid Quad. Indeed. You love to see it. Exactly. Well, I love the truck traffic. I know, right? Calls for traffic. Oh, Gareth. Imagine a 4-way traffic game. It'd be like the lottery of traffic games. Here we go. So many trucks. I love trucks. Trucks are beautiful. Now, one thing I am curious about here is Grampone. Grampone made a lot of progress in the first about 30, 40 minutes. But then the middle 40 minutes, he seems to have not really stalled out, but it's more just he's kind of circling himself. He's not really making great progress. He's reinforcing his base, but he hasn't really grown it as much as he did in that first 40-minute chunk. So his middle third was a little weak, and it looks like he's maybe coming back. He's got his lumber industry in. I would still like to see him straighten out those rails a little bit and maybe get a secondary small town somewhere. I think if he did that, that would instantly elevate his build by a long shot, but we'll have to wait and see if he does that. Seeing as how we might be able to do a 4-way traffic game. And Gareth, I'm actually working on that. I'm trying to work on the polyphony mod where not only can you do things like meteor interaction and all that, but also be able to run a command that then pings each person's game and then does a bloop, here's my traffic on screen, and then bloops it off. That way we can instantly see, hey, what's everyone's traffic? And I'm trying to set it up so that you can do that for every single number in the game. So that theoretically, whenever in the end interviews we pull up, say, early rave here, you get to the point where it's just like, okay, well, we have this happening. We have these numbers, here are the numbers, here are the facts, and that way it would make it a lot easier to synthesize that data for us. Rampone's map is also looking really pretty. I love the colors and theme. His colors and theme are really doing him favors, I think. Grant said you just don't feel European to me. And Nightmares, to me it feels European, but I think it's one of those things where it's more of the outsider looking in. So like, if I didn't have Otherworld and Early Rave to compare it to, I would actually say Grampones is kind of European. I would assume Northern European, maybe Finnish, somewhere up there, which again, given the map, kind of makes sense. But again, that's outsider looking in. And Papa Norse with the bits, high five, thank you so much, really means a lot. On the embodiment of Jimmy Carr's laugh, I'm sure it is, you are indeed. There you go, thank you so much, Papa Norse, really means a lot. Also, folks, there's an interview that is up. Part 1 is already up. Part 2 is coming out at some point. Papa Norse, we still need to talk about that. I promised you an answer, and I realized I've had a really chaotic week. But, yeah, I talk about Cities and Snap, all that stuff, and again, that's at streamertopia.com, so be sure to check that out. There's an interview from me, and it's absolutely great. It looks like it'll be a fun toolkit for people to utilize with Twitch as viewers. Gramps feels more like UK to me. Does it feel more UK to you? I think I can see that. I was thinking Northern Europe in general, like Scandinavia maybe, but I can definitely see UK. At least outsider looking in, I think UK is definitely a safe bet there. Be good if you could make the disaster happen in the center of the screen at the time it's triggered. And that's kind of what I'm going for, Eclipse Chris. Again, right now I'm more just setting up, I'm learning how to mod City Skylines, is what I'm doing right now. It's a very accelerated timetable, obviously, but I'm trying to learn how to read numbers and all that stuff so that I can do this stuff a little bit easier. You know, can we get the interview without signing up? I don't know. You'll have to ask them about that. You'll absolutely have to ask them about that. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and scroll past. And there we go. Here is Otherworld. And Otherworld, again, doing another very European build. And I do feel, again, that we do have the top 2, bottom 2 syndrome happening, where we have Early Rave and Otherworld pulling ahead of Outfrost and Grampone. Now, again, this is fairly common, but again, Grampone or Outfrost could easily rally and pull back in, but right now, as it stands, I do think we have a top 2, bottom 2 format. There you go, you count numbers, Kaz, it's true. There you go, fancy streaming, you're a mod, learning and programming. Maybe Q and I can come and heckle help. Oh my goodness, maybe. I'll give you a firm maybe on that. We'll see if I'm up to it sometime. That'd actually be kind of funny. Oh no, I'm washing my hair that day. Wait, you get running water down in the basement, Cuboid? You don't get running water down there. I know you don't, because I turned it off months ago. There you go, me too. Go. It's a trap. I know, right? It's always a trap. But, okay, so right now, Outfrost. A lot of people are worried about Outfrost, but check this out. Pretty much in Lickety Split, he has set up a very convincing road layout. Now, he needs the right buildings. If he has the right buildings on this road layout, he has caught up, in my opinion, to where he's in punching range of Early Rave and Otherworld. But again, it's going to count on him having the right buildings. He's got to get that rail infrastructure in, because if he gets the rails connecting people from one town to the other, I think that's going to be a huge benefit for him. But again, it's very reliant on him getting that right. Hopefully, he has Theme Manager working properly. Hopefully. Oh yeah, Kajima installed a new system, so you can't turn it off anymore. I was getting complaints. Plenty in the IT department. Oh, gotcha. There you go, some drips down the walls. Drips down the walls, thrown over. There's a little bit of splash over from the shower. It's like, yay! Oh, Cuboid, you're hilarious. Never change. Cuboid will be fun. You actually know what you're doing. I just opened Peak and use Harmony. You think I know what I'm doing yet, Gareth? I really don't. Like, right now, here's the other thing. I'm learning C programming right now. Like, C+ programming. Not C+, C# programming. Whatever it's constant. I'm learning that one. My brain's confused right now. But yeah, I'm learning that right now, too, at the same time. Which, granted, a lot of the same principles as other coding languages, but it's, yeah, there's still a lot of things I'm having to change about my programming habits. All right, so and right now, Early Rave already building up some parking lot assets, doing what looks like a loading dock area for a few tanker trucks. It looks like some logs, some shaved timber, things like that. It's an odd collection, having 2 milk tankers and then plain timber and then some logs, but maybe there's a story he's trying to tell here. I don't know. I don't know what company needs those things. Maybe it's just Walmart. You can get a little bit of everything there. Unlurk, welcome back. C# is fine. It's just the same as everything else, pretty much. Unless you do silly things. I do silly things. That's the problem. And also, my big thing is I'm trying to also conceptualize how I'm doing the mod. I need to just take it piecemeal. If I were to piecemeal it, I probably could be further by now, but I'm trying to do 30 million things at once. And plus, a lot of my coding time keeps getting pulled away by updates to Polyphony, new features I keep adding, things like that. Because, for instance, the sleuthing system is almost available to everyone now, too, which I'm super hyped about. Because the sleuthing system will make it a lot easier to track down trolls before they happen. There we go, building a mod, Kaz. Any details I missed? I know, right? Kaz, it's obviously Tree Milk. Tree Milk! Yes, it's Tree Milk! I love C#, I'm sure you do. I like C#, I love Rust and F# though, Cuboid. See, I'm most partial to, and again, this just comes from my experience, but PHP. Because PHP is such an old, sturdy language. Yeah, it's web-based and all that, but it's so sturdy because it's so tried and true, and it's so stable. I love that. The stability of that is so great. Now, again, that doesn't help me with doing something like C#, but again, that's the language I'm most comfortable in, and I think I'm comfortable with it because it's so stable. There we go. And also, it's just my programming home, if I'm honest about it. Alright, so over here, it does look like we've got a couple more things happening. It looks like we've got maybe a town hall type building coming from Outfrost, so he is thinking about the European thing, and I bet I know what Outfrost is doing. He's probably done general zoning to fill in the gaps, but I bet for the main streets that he's going to take us down in his tour, that's where he's going to plop down some good old European assets. And I think that's what he's doing. And honestly, that's probably the safe bet at this point. Because at this point, you've got to just hedge your bets. You've got to push forward and try to make whatever you have work for the end interviews. Because if you can wow us in the end interviews, that's all it takes. You don't want to end up not wowing us in the end interviews. Because it doesn't matter how good your build is. If you don't show it off to us, we don't know what you did. PHP is more modern than you think these days, especially with Composer as a package manager. I hate using Composer. I absolutely hate Composer. There we go. Launching cities on the other marker for the first time on this Purdy i9. Nice. There we go. And yeah, it is more modern than you think. And again, I don't like Composer because, keep in mind, I was first introduced to Composer whenever it was the flavor of the month of, oh, if you're building in PHP, you therefore must use Composer. So yeah, that was... I'm still a little averse to it because of that. I'm starting to warm up to the idea that it could be a good idea, but I've built everything else on PHP from scratch at this point. There we go. Starstream Cybex, indeed. There we go. Congrats. There we go. There's the walls, Kaz. Oh my goodness. I want quick verification. No one in chat went over and told Otherworld about that comment from me, because that's a little bit on the spoopy side, not gonna lie. It's definitely on that spoopy side. Let me go ahead and check the chat logs. If any of you went over there and told them, I'm gonna be very sad. I know I can trust you, chat, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to check the chat log just because reasons. Alright, let's see here. And there we go. We'll pull up that chat log over here. There we go. Rad's looking sus. There we go. He's only making castle. Okay, probably not worth going through chat logs for that then. That's probably fine then. There we go. I've been lurking. Oh, I bet you have. What's up there, Attitude? Hope you're doing well. It was clearly pink. That was us, obviously. Detective Kaz, hashtag just lurking. Just lurking. Is that like hashtag just passing in AoE? Where's that army going? Just passing, no big deal. And folks, we have 15 minutes remaining. Can we get some hype in chat? 15 minutes remain until the bracket event for Season Snap ends, and of course I want to invite all of you to a couple special events. First of all, tomorrow, the charity event for Breast Cancer Research Foundation is happening right here, 2 o'clock US Chicago time, so the usual Season Snap starting time, and it will feature a special guest co-host, Imperial Jedi. That's right. My buddy Jedi is going to be coming on. We're going to be chatting it up. We're going to be raising some money for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And we will, of course, be trying to raise that money. But we're also giving away some codes that were generously given to us. Thank you, Paradox, by Paradox Interactive. So thank you so much, Paradox Interactive. I didn't even ask for those. They just reached out and they were like, hey, Kaz, had these keys for this event. It's going to be great. So big shout out to Paradox for that. I didn't even ask. They just went out of the way to do that. So that is huge. Thank you, Paradox. Every 20 minutes tomorrow, we will be giving away a 70% off the PDX score code. So every 20 minutes of building, giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. It's going to be absolutely great. It's going to be a little maddening too, because I got to do it all by myself, but that's okay. I'll have Jedi there. He can sit there and vamp for me while I try to remember how Stream Elements works. There we go. 15 minutes hype. Exactly. There we go. Hype in chat. There we go. See, I see hype in chat. There we go. That's all I want. I want to see the hype in chat for 15 minutes remaining. That's all that matters. Sorry, I had a little bit of an itch, but we took care of it. That's all right. All right, so let's see here. Now, what we have going on here is, well, I love the castle. I absolutely love the castle, but he needs a little bit more context for the castle. Why is the castle there instead of right on the water? Why is it not on a hill? That's the thing that's a little bit off-putting to me, but hopefully there's a story there. And as long as there's a story, great. If not, then it doesn't quite make sense. Again, it's a little too far off the water unless he were to have a secondary wall leading to the water, or it were on a hill that far away from the water, because otherwise it doesn't quite make sense exactly where it is. But again, that's just my personal nitpicking. So hey, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to nitpick all Saturday, every Saturday. Oh, was it wise to let you give away Worm Play tomorrow? Probably not. There we go. I did the recruiting. I didn't want to miss out. Yeah, exactly. What hill? That map is too flat. It's got some hills, but they're very gradual hills. The elevation changes are, I think the lowest point is -2, and then the highest point is +12, but it's very gradual changes. Very, very gradual. The only real hills and mountains are on the edges of the map. This is supposed to be a place in Finland that's based off of. And I actually picked it for the water features. I love the water features on this map. It's absolutely gorgeous. That, and I knew everyone was expecting a mountainous map, so I was just like, nope, no mountains. There we go, 100% true. I'd have built a castle on a hill. Exactly. But you know what I'm going to do, folks? I'm going to mute real quick for a quick little emergency sneeze. Hang on, hang on, hang on. It went away. The sneeze went away. Never mind, I didn't get to sneeze. Gesundheit? Maybe. I mean, it can still work like the castle we had in my city, but at that point, I'd have changed it to a palace. Gotcha, yeah, a palace instead of a castle, and that would be a lot more fitting. I did a house on a mountain once in CIS. It's true, Toady! And you know what? We're still waiting on you to return to the event. When will we see Toady in the event again? That's right, you can catch her tomorrow during the Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity stream. False alarm, incoming possible flooding from early. Ooh. Let's go ahead and check that out, folks. Get your bingo cards ready. We might have a flood. Maybe. Possibly. Let's go ahead and zoom out on that. We don't want to miss that. Tomorrow, false alarm. It's annoying that happens. I know, right? It's absolutely the worst. But you know what? That's okay. We're pushing forward, and we're waiting on potentially some flood hype. Everyone get your flood hype ready. Come on. Let's see that flooding. Come on, let's see it. Come on, can we get it? Can we get it? I don't know if it's working. I really don't know if it's working. Yeah, it's not working yet. Nope. No flooding. You lied to me, Chris. No. I know that you were just saying it was theoretical, but I was kind of hoping to see a flood there. Just see a quick little mode of chaos. Technically, tomorrow, my friends, is CIS valid if there's no flood? Probably. We need a flood emote. You know what? I will get on a flood emote for you guys. I will get on a flood emote and it will be perfect and beautiful. He is flooding. The flooding machine is broken. Bonk it harder. Bonk. If only we could just... I need a giant bonk hammer so I can just, like, bonk it into position. It's since Flood City we don't have a flood. No, we've had floods since then, Morphus. I know we have. Because floods are basically a tradition on this channel. All right, and just like that, folks, we got 10 minutes remaining. Less than 10 minutes remaining, in fact, 9.5. So again, this is the time during which you need to have your city down, you need to have the shape down, you need to have any major terraforming or water features in place. Because this last 10 minutes, or up to 15 in Outfrost's case, is going to be all about getting the beautification, the detailing, using Move It to maneuver something just right, making sure that your tree lines look good, making sure that you know what your traffic routes are going to be, setting up any transit that you want for the city. Again, it's what it's all about here. There we go. Get a gavel. I will get a gavel. I mean, I don't know where to... Do I just go to the gavel store? I should know my city for details in the snap. It's true, you did detail. That's quite the commitment to details. Oh, and here comes the C's. Here comes the C's. Hang on. Wow, I feel better. Sorry about that, folks. Wow, I feel better. When you look up into a light, it helps you sneeze, an earth trick. Wait, really? Oh my goodness, sneeze and sneeze. I mean, hey, it still works with the CIAS thing. Well, speaking of which, folks, we're still looking for a merch designer. Can you believe it? If you or someone you know wants to help us design some merch for Cities in a Snap, hit me up. I really want to get some merch done, and it'll be absolutely great because we have some great merch ideas, but I'm not skilled enough. Caswife doesn't have time, but I know some of you out there have some great artistic skills. So be sure to hit me up, fill out the application, tell me why you're interested in it, and we will get you in. Elias and duck shirts? I don't know about that. There you go, cities and scenes, maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what each of the participants is doing now. What's up, Mooks? Wow. Sorry about that, folks. Well, I got it all out. My bad. I messed with some over winter break, but I could use the help. Exactly. Because on tight. Exactly. Oh, my goodness. Alright, so. My brain is a mush now because that sneeze racked it all out of my brain. So, looking at Outfrost City. I believe Outfrost has, again, a good layout. He's starting to fill out a little bit. He's got his main streets lined with some good buildings. But again, I'm not quite buying it yet. Like, I'm there, I'm ready to hear the pitch, but on the offset, not exactly there yet. So sorry about that, folks. There we go. Pretty sure I saw a lung passing on the cam. Yeah, it probably was a lung. There goes, not a problem. Yeah, sorry about that. Ha! I was just really bad where we are right now. Yeah, I know, right? There we go. Yeah, that was tuned to the cast stream. I had to miss stream a day this week because the allergies are just, ugh, they're awful. But you know what? That's okay. We're going to move on and take a look at Grampone. Wow. Kaz's seized face. Yeah, obviously. Gesundheit. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Grampone over here, dealing with a good rail corridor, and oh my goodness, not again. Okay. Dang it! I just want to host this event without sneezing. 5 sneezes. Everyone else looking for attention. I'm trying. Oh my goodness. And the worst part is, it looks like I sneezed at poor Grampone here. Oh my goodness. That's nuts. Okay, well, that's just a thing now. Turn off the pepper hype. Yeah, exactly. I am really sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on. Okay. So. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. Hold up, Discord and prep for the takeover. No. Oh my goodness. He has a free square, maybe. Alright, so we got 5 minutes left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh dear, Cyborg is self-aware sometimes. It's like my month's worth of sneezes. Yeah, I know, right? Poor dude, I'm trying. I am so sorry, folks. I feel really bad. I really do, but we gotta push forward. We've only got a few minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tommy Drag with the raiding party. Welcome, Raiders! We've got just a few minutes left in Cities in a Snap. Holy heck. Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome in. Okay, sorry, I'm back about that. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a sneeze attack in the last few minutes. That's how hyped I am. NVIDIA sound thing is really muting it, so don't worry about the noise. Oh, you think it is? Okay, good. Seems it's that. Kaz is secretly Canadian, confirmed, obviously. Kaz, take a moment. We can survive. Get Cybex in there. Who's Cybex? Yep, too many sorries, he's Canadian. I'm obviously part Canadian. Alright. So Tommy Dragon, welcome in. How was your stream? I hope it was beautiful. We've got about 2.5 minutes left in the Cities in a Snap competition. And again, the goal is to build the best European-style small towns, rural, etc. Sorry, the rural European small towns possible in just 2 hours' time. And they've got just over 2 minutes left until the build phase is over. It was amazing. I'm glad it was, Tommy Dragon. I'm glad it was. Because we are narrowing in on just the last little bit here. And of course, we're going to move on and see what we have down here with Otherworld. And Otherworld and Early Rav, again, really stepping up to the plate, doing really good. And keep in mind, Otherworld, this is his first stream ever. He is doing really great. He's killing it. He's doing such a good job. Absolutely amazing. It was amazing. I'm glad it was. Welcome to Sneasel and a Snap. Something like that. Catholic Canadian calls for a sneeze game. What's a sneeze game even? Come on, man. Come on. All right, then now we got about 1 minute, 45 seconds left. Let's get the hype rolling in chat, folks. And let's go ahead and double check. I want to see, are our participants going to take their additional moment? So give me just a moment. We will find out. Outfrost, will you be taking your additional 5 minutes?
Yes, I will. I am.
Okay, so you'll be taking your additional 5 minutes. That is noted. Thank you very much. And Otherworld, will you be taking your extra 3 minutes?
You know, I think I'm going to, just because there's a couple of things that I want. I just decided that I wasn't going to until you asked that. But yeah, I think I will, just because there's a couple of small things I want to do.
Okay, you will have that time. I guarantee
Okay.
it. So ignore that. You'll see a different timer.
Okay, perfect.
All right, and now we have 60 seconds left, folks. Get the hype rolling in chat. Need a CIS sneeze counter now. Exactly. Hiya, what's up there, Skipper? Folks, we have 50 seconds now left. Get the hype rolling in chat. 60 seconds left, and then, of course, we've got an additional 3 minutes for Early Rav, and then 2 minutes past that for... Sorry, for Otherworld. Then an extra 2 minutes past that for Outfrost. There we go. Get the hype rolling in chat. So much hype indeed. This is what we're here for, folks. This is why we are here every single week. The last 25, 30 seconds of Cities in a Snap. Here we go, folks. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time! Early Rav in Grampode must stop. Their build phase is over, and now we have 5 minutes remaining for Outfrost, and of course, only about It'll really be about 3 minutes for Otherworld. I apologize for that. The sneezes are rattling my brain here. So again, a little bit of extra time because they ran late. Oh gee, oh no, on fire, rip. Well, I guess we know how he's spending his last few minutes. Welcome to... Now, could you imagine if his build phase were over right now? Oh my goodness, could you imagine? And somebody make Grampode stop. Or no, he's on a delay, isn't he? There we go. Oh gee, could you imagine if he had to pause right then? Oh my goodness. That would have been absolutely nuts! Oh god, oh no, fire at the end. That is a huge fire. It really is quite huge. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's rolling back! Oh no, he's spending his last few minutes rolling back instead! Oh my goodness, what a play! Oh my goodness, I would have done that. Someone please make Grampode stop. Grampode, building has stopped. There we go. Will he even load in time? Oh my goodness, smart. Oh no. Plot twist. Yeah, plot twist indeed. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's out of the game now. Oh no. Oh no. F's in chat. Can we get the F's rolling in chat? Oh no. Oh man. His extra time just went to waste. Oh, Hyperyog, yes you did. You always miss things, but oh man, you just missed it. Otherworld took the risk of taking the extra 3 minutes that he has to try and build something, but instead had a fire. And then he took another gamble, decided, let's reload. Oh no, that was awful. Oh no. The timing, but that's okay. Because Frost has about 2.5 minutes left on the building. Must be able to genocide him more. I know, right? He didn't save? No, I think he did save. He had a save that he was reverting to. There we go. Oh no, bad luck before I trip to the hospital. No, Hyperyog, I hope you're okay. Are you okay, my friend? Please let me know you're okay. Hope he loads up. I hope he loads too. Because guess what, folks? Outfrost has just over 2 minutes left. At which point we will run our quick little break, of course, and then we will, of course, dive right in to the interviews. There we go. I know, right, Tommy? Indeed. Hope he loads up. He will probably load up, maybe. Really, Tony? I see that thing you sent me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Brainless. You should show that. Like, seriously, show that on Discord. Brainless, the thing that you just sent me. Discord. Do it! All right, folks, we got about 90 seconds left on Outfrost's time. Because, again, he is in a bit of overtime due to... He lost 10 minutes at the beginning, so he was able to make up to 5 of it here at the end. Probably, maybe. Second loading with mods may have cost him. Yeah, that may have cost him. And that's actually a huge rookie mistake. Huge rookie mistake. I cannot emphasize that enough. There we go. Is nothing. I think it's hilarious. There we go. Absolutely hilarious. It's okay, but man, that is a huge F. Oh, huge F indeed. But you know what, folks? We've got about 70 seconds left in Outfrost's build phase. Let's go! Let us go! Because, folks, we are here with 60 seconds left in Outfrost's time. There we go. He showed it to me. We didn't see a Teespring has it. I know, right? He is gambling on his autosave, Kazim. Oh, man. That is quite the gamble. But what a lot of people don't know is that fires are actually queued a little bit of time in advance. So, oh my goodness. I hope he didn't lose anything too major. We'll have to wait and see. But again, looks like we have Outfrost getting ready to wrap it up here. There we go. Weirdness to CIS history. Lawless Doggy. Indeed. And then, of course, right here. And it looks like Outfrost, again... It looks like he has a decent amount. I wish he had a little more, but you know what? He's doing just fine. It looks all right. And now with just 20 seconds to go, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. That is right, and it is over now. The build phase for Outfrost is over, and now we will take a brief break to run a quick ad because we are trying to be part of the change that Twitch needs us to be, and then we will run into a quick little ad spot for Season Snap itself, and then we will dive right into the interviews. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. And folks, we'll be right back after a quick ad break. Don't go anywhere, because the judging for Season Snap begins right after this. Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We are in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. All right, we are back. Hope everyone's still having a beautiful day. We're going to let these little ad spiels end out, and we are going to dive right into the judging. So for those that are unfamiliar with the process, now that we have viewed the building phase with our very own eyes, we are going to dive into each city. We're going to interview each person, and we are going to be trying to discover who has the best city, the best set of parameters within this. Now keep in mind, the month of October is all about small towns, and today is all about rural EU. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in to interview number one, which is of course with the legendary Outfrost. What's up, Outfrost?
You don't have to. But so
I don't have to interview you? Okay, well, bye.
No, you didn't. No, you know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Okay, whatever. So
the legendary. Right. Am I
well,
legendary?
You are legendary? Yeah, you are a legendary. I mean,
for
there's only
losing
one of you,
twice
right?
in a row. Anyway,
All right, so you know the drill. You've got about 5 minutes on the clock to give us a tour of your city, show us the works, all that, and yeah, take it away.
all right. So we've got a town of a population about 3,400. So not bad for a small town, if I say so myself.
Right.
We're gonna skip around a bit on this train, which should just about in a minute take us to our little town. Nothing much in here, just a bit of wilderness. As we come up to this T junction on the railway. Oh wait, no, never mind. This train is leaving the other way, so never mind that. We would have come through here, through this little train station that we have. Unfortunately, some very tall buildings next to it, but this is the town of Kasberg, located in northwestern
Love it.
Germany near the Dutch border. Hence, we might see some. There we go. We might see some Dutch trains arriving in the town, and it's a very cozy little place. It has a park near the station. Very very calm place. Very quiet. Most of the town is fairly quiet actually, except for a few bigger commerce and such blocks in the middle. But there's really not a lot of that. I want to show you this cool little town hall as well, which I think fits the place really nicely. And there's a lot of just single family houses. We've got a lot of greenery too. Now, if we leave the town for a minute down this way, you'll see some garbage processing. Obviously, we've got to have that. The town cannot function without this. But it's nicely tucked away in its little spot. And then we've got the farms, because what is a European rural location, a rural town without a farm on the outskirts? So we've got a fairly sizable one, and we've got some apple orchards and some corn and potato fields. There are sheep. There's everything. The roads are a little bit busy because City Skylines farms like to be very busy. But otherwise, that's this side of town. Hope that gives you a good look on it. How much time do I have left?
You got about 2 minutes 45 seconds left.
Nice. Okay, so then we can take a look at some of the suburbs. Like I said, pretty quiet location. There's a random tractor just going through a neighborhood, but other than that, there's not a ton of things going on in this place. A very, very calm town. Very nice place to live if you don't need to be in a city. My game is auto-saving. That was a big lag. But it does have some larger city things to it too, such as this academy in the center. There are some higher density buildings in here as well, because people in here like to live close to each other and like their place to be compact and cozy, and
Right.
don't want to walk too far to get to places. So yeah, there's a little church in town, a bit more modern than what you're probably used to in European towns. But the previous one that stood in its place burnt down a few like at the end of the 19th century, and was only built here several decades later, and so that serves as the church for the town center now. What else is there? We've got a little industrial spot behind the railway, sort of tucked away in a bit of a forest. Obviously masked with a nice patch of trees from the wonderful canal. So if anyone's taking a walk around the wonderful canal that we have in town, then they don't have to look at the dirty industrial stuff behind the fence. As it sort of chugs away. And then obviously it's not an Outfrost build without a photovoltaic power plant, so we have that as well with the whole wastewater processing. Have I forgotten about anything?
The rails. What
buses.
the rails and buses?
Yeah, so with the rails, so unfortunately I wasn't able to utilize railway as means of internal transport within like the area. because I did not plan my time well enough to execute several different, because I was planning on doing a few different settlements around this map. Now it was going to be a bit difficult because the areas that are most suited to building other settlements than the center are kind of outside the middle 25 tiles area, so it could have gone a bit jank. So,
Right.
but we never got to experience that, unfortunately. But we do have a bus line going through the center. Here's a bus, for example, going right through the cozy little town, and so
I
it
like
goes
that a
from the train station. It sort of loops around the train station. Here's also a German regional train taking off.
Right, you are unfortunately out of time. But
Okay, that's
again, beautiful. I do love what I see. I love the fact that it's kind of like a small town that's aspiring to be more type thing, because they're trying to build up. They've got that density that just naturally evolved, but it looks like it's becoming a little bit more commercialized, which is very, it's very realistic. That yeah, you initially start, seeing density to meet an end, but then after that, it's just, it's for commercialization at the end, and you're doing a really good job of that, whether it's intentional or not. And then I do love the fact that the rail is a feature, and even though you don't see it on the map, imagining that the regional trains are taking people to other towns like it, or maybe a larger hub further down the line, I think that's a really great feel, and maybe that's the reason why this town exists. And I think overall, I think I really like the density shape here, because a lot of people make the mistake of just having full density, no density, whereas you actually have some transition, and it's obvious that there's a couple transition points where it's not like a hard line, like this is where the density ends at this road. And I love seeing that. I love seeing the buses that are active and running around. It's overall a very, very pleasing build. Thank you very much for this build.
And thank you too, and good luck to everyone in the voting. Thank you for hosting, Kazdem, as well.
Awesome. And then what was your final number again? 3,800 pop?
Sorry, so 3,400.
3,400,
It's gone to
sorry.
3,700 now, actually. During the time that I've had it unpaused.
Right. That's
And
fine. We'll go ahead and count
if,
that.
If chat wants traffic numbers, my traffic numbers are not stellar. They're 81%.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
and-
Chat is nosy. They like to know these things.
And we have 41 residents and 6 tourists per week on the buses. And actually, people are actually using the trains as well in terms of public transport. So I'm guessing they're also
That's weird.
traveling out of town on that. 6 and 19
Tourism.
is that. And I can also real quick turn on the night mode as well for the where's the toggle? This one. There we go.
Bring the whole family.
Let's see. If I click the right place, there we go. So that's the town at night.
Very pleasing. And folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/outfrost. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you too, and good luck, everyone.
Awesome. And now we are on to Grampone.
Hey there.
So, you know the drill, but just to remind you, you'll have about 5 minutes of the interview. Chat wants to know things like your traffic percentage and your transit usage, and then also your raw population is necessary as well. But past that, just take us on a journey. Show us your
All right,
city.
well, population's about 4,600. I was shooting to keep it below 5,000, so it's a small town. And there's no mass transit except for one train that comes in and out, mostly for cargo. But there is public transit, small bit of tourism. Everybody else just drives around. Let's see. Let's start. I wanted to have what we got up here. Our one tourist attraction is the remnants of an old castle. Because every European country deserves a castle. Correct?
Think your phone is ringing.
Correct.
Whether you have
And so I got that up here with a small park next to it. Then along the banks, this is sort of a river walk type area.
We hear you.
Um,
So don't be silent.
Again, if you get down close, we notice that the roads here along the riverbank are cobblestones. Of course, I forgot to hit, theme for European district.
Right.
But the main part, the whole reason this town is built about is if you shop at IKEA, you know that they have furniture company. Weird name.
Right.
So the company that has this little town is called CIAS, C-I-A-S.
If you're being left behind in today's society,
And their main export is they've got the timber yard here, and they produce all the timber.
and we're looking to the future.
They've got everything self-reliant here, and I wanted to throw more trees all over to cover the area, but it said I had enough of those assets and would not allow me to do that anymore. So I don't have enough trees that I wanted. But this is where they cut down all the and process all the timber to ship it over here to our furniture factory, which then puts all the furniture together, gets it ready to go to where it goes to the other side of town.
Right.
Over here, we've got, this is an actual IKEA warehouse where everything waits to be shipped off to IKEA. Here. This is our IKEA warehouse for everything to be shipped off that comes from the small Scandinavian village. Looks like I got a power outage all of a sudden. And then there was going to be a major highway that was going to give it more, to make this more into a boom town, larger town.
Right.
But this old man has a sheep farm down here. And there are sheep everywhere. So the highway had to stop right then and there because the massive amount of sheep, he would not permit the highway to continue, King Highway to continue on or go any further into his farm. And the sheep just pretty much run rapid, getting into the highway here, causing traffic. And sort of stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, the sheep are everywhere. It's not an actual real sheep farm that does any work, but again, sheep in the way, causing a little bit of a traffic. And other than that, there's a little bit of regular industry just to give it that extra industrial oomph. And all of the garbage areas are recyclable. Of course, any green Norwegian village town would have. And it's about the village of Sias right there. That's about it in a snap.
Huh, and a snap. I like that. So overall, I like it a lot. It seems like you've done a great job of creating a really nice kind of, I guess, generalization of what you feel a small town in Scandinavia might look like, and having those ties to IKEA is great. I love seeing real-world tie-ins in people's cities, particularly in Cities in Snap, because it gives us a meaning of, I guess kind of just attachment to the city, and I really do love that. I love the story. I love the sheep bit. I think the sheep bit is absolutely great. Seeing stuff like that in someone's city is always marvelous. And something else I really do like is that you did embrace one of the water features of the map, and I absolutely love that because it's something that you see all over the world, particularly older small towns in Europe, were all about how can I embrace the water, how can I embrace the rail around me. And I think you've really encapsulated that really well, and honestly a brilliant first showing, regardless of how Rubric or chat take it. Absolutely marvelous first showing. I can't wait to see this competition again in the future.
Well, I look forward to playing again. I had a lot of fun, and now that I got my rookie knees out of the way, I'm ready to tackle it again.
Awesome. And folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Gramponed. Which means that we are on to Early Rave. What's up, Early Rave?
Hey, Custom.
So-
much calmer than 2 hours ago, so.
Oh, well, that's good. So you feel much more zen, a lot more calm?
Yeah, that 5-minute break or 10-minute break, I don't know how long it took. That it caught me a
about
bit
5
down.
minutes. It may have felt like a little longer because, again, 2 of your competitors had to do makeup time at the end. But normally it's only 5 minutes. Turned into almost 10, though, because of that, but that's okay.
Okay,
So,
no
you
problem.
know the drill. You've got about 5 minutes to take us on a journey, show us your city, just really make the pitch to us as to why this best fits a small town, rural EU vibe. And then
Yes.
also, chat wants to know your traffic, I want to know your population, and the floor is yours.
Well, then we start with the population. That's at I'll run it again, but that makes it better. 5,100 and well, it's dropping down. That sucks. Just about when it needed.
Which I took it was 5100s. That's fine by me.
Thank you a lot. That saves me a little bit. Well, we start over here. I started with a small, rural town with some farmland around it. Here we have some what's called with hay bales and stuff. Just small little farms around it. It's a nice little waterfront. Same here. Sadly, I've got a lot of issues. That's the downside of my city. Got 1, 2, 3 big farms here. Got a fruit farm over here, just nicely across the city. And this is actually pretty Dutch, with like an farm camping. Well, but yet just now because of the COVID-19 situation, it's all about the distancing and it's not overbooked. So also sad for the farmer. Whoa. Let's see. Then we have this nice little football field, soccer practice entrance. You know, which you said was just only at big cities, which I totally don't agree.
Oh yeah, it's all just personal opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. But it's always, at least here in the Netherlands, it's always around with in a park area most of the time. So I just took a little bit of waterfront in it with some water lilies, a nice little gazebo. Just all about the little details. Here we have like a sort of newly constructed area next to the old one, which is actually dropping onto a golf course, which is actually really funny, with a vacation park next to it. These are all vacation houses which you can rent, and then you can play unlimited golf as much as you want on this small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hole golf course. Nice little touch, I think. And what can you do without a rural, which has some beautiful lakes around it, with a nice little road across the dam with some windmills. So you have a nice little view out of it, which is not too bad in my opinion.
Right, not bad at all. And I do love that road turned seawall so much.
Yeah, I'm really
Is there a
proud of
particular
that.
Inspiration point for that, or is that just something random you tried?
It's not really well. Here in Holland, you have like a lot of things in that between 2 lakes. Sometimes it's not. It's a bit on the dam side, but
Gotcha.
most of them not.
Well, hey, I learned something today. So, you've got about 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Any other cool little bits and bobs that you can show us? In the city?
Well, I was working. Jesus, I'm gonna put it this so don't we have the notifications. I was trying to make like an milk fabric area over here, but I missed, of course, some more assets, like for example the parking lot, which is just so stupid. But it was just on the construction, and sadly I couldn't finish it. And when the 90-second mark came, I stressed out, and it just went wrong.
You know what? That's fine, though. Like, if that's the worst thing that happens, you're still in good shape. You've got about 60 seconds left. But anything else you can show us in the city? I mean, it looks great. I absolutely love everything I see. I think it feels very at home in a lot of different places in Europe. I look at it, and I am definitely thinking somewhere in the Netherlands, that area. And it really fits that vibe. I love the farms you have. I love the fact that it's separated yet connected to the highway in a very direct way. I think that's really cool, and I do absolutely love what you do with the waterfront as well.
Yeah, I tried to make some like little what's the English name? Just the small river parts which you see most of the time in villages. That's actually what I tried to recreate a little bit here. If I had like 10 more minutes, I could make it around it and also connect it probably to there, and then it would be even more beautiful in my opinion.
Before your time runs out, Eclipse, Chris, and others want to see a night shot.
A night shot, gotcha. Let's see, can I do it like this? Of course not.
That's okay. Well, actually, you have Ultimate Eye Candy, so if you were to click that down there, you can use that mod.
Night shot. It's disabled in settings, I have to
Oh yeah, that's
put it on.
Well, we can go ahead and check it out in the side panels as we're in the next interview, but we will go ahead and let you go for your interview portion. But hey, we can see right there as we leave you. And folks, for your consideration now, twitch.tv/earlyrav3 or early rave.
Yeah, well, it's your opinion. I don't mind if it's Rev or Rave, so I got used to it.
Hey man, either way works. Well done,
Yes.
great first showing, and I can't wait to see you in the competition again.
Thank you very much, and glad to be here.
All right, and now Otherworld. What's up, Otherworld?
Hey, Kaz, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. You know how this works. You've got about 5 minutes to wow the audience, let everyone know what you think, why it's great, and just showcase why your city is awesome. And we'll discuss your interesting ending later if you want.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot that there was an option for disable fire spreading. So, just for those of you that ever do this, there is that option, and I would definitely turn it on. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to my little city here, my little hamlet village. As I mentioned before, I've never done a European build, so I was kind of going a little bit blinded in terms of like what I wanted to do and how I want to look. But I took inspiration from Germany in particular. Mostly because Germany's pretty familiar to me. I think I mentioned that earlier too. But so the way I see it is we got a little Autobahn type of highway here. You know, there's a lot of forest surrounding it, which is, I think, from what I know, is pretty typical in Germany. And then we got the off ramp over here. Basically, this just goes out and out of the city, out of the area. So this is the only main road that I have going into and out of the city, and actually ends right here. So. Probably should have done something with that, but whatever. Anyway, so I have over here, this is my little water tower, or big water tower, I should say. Looks quite old and a little bit more dated than a normal water tower. I really liked it because it looked kind of, like I said, older European look. And then, as is common with a lot of European cities, especially in Germany and other places, you got a lot of wind towers. For some reason, I had to use the water wind towers, which actually do work on land, because I could not find my land ones. I don't know where they went. They're not in the asset list down here. I don't know what happened to them. It is weird. I don't know what happened to them. So they disappeared. So I used these instead.
Well, just taking it's just a modern take. No big deal.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There we go. I like that. Modern take. Yep. So anyway, so this is my only source of power here, and this is my source of water here as well, my only source. And then there's obviously a couple of more modern buildings up here in the back end, which are just the water treatment plants. I got a couple of those. The only thing I did not put down, obviously, was garbage, but yeah, that's why you have the hide it mod, because you can't tell if they need garbage collection. So anyway, so that's kind of like I said, the power and water. Again, kind of nestled into this forest here next to the highway. So then if you come on in here into the city through the main road, this is just a common 4 or 6 lane highway lined with some trees along the way, and of course forest and the water on the other side. And as we get to the city, the first big building we have here is this, which is an elementary school. And this is one of the assets, obviously, that you can get from the workshop. So just another nice European-looking city, kind of overlooking the water a little bit. Little kiddies can run up here and recess and look at the water if they want to. And then beyond that, we have a couple of areas of commercial and some. Well, basically, this is commercial and residential, basically mixed in. One thing I've noticed of reading up on Europe, and especially European cities in particular, is they don't like using cars a lot, and they like to walk everywhere, and so everything likes to be really close together, which is part of the reason the architecture is the way it is, and also why you find commercial buildings right next to housing. So that's kind of the way I kind of did here. So, like I said, intermingled between each other is housing and commercial buildings. This is a high school here as well. I made that kind of on the end of these houses and buildings over here. And then another common thing that I noticed is there's a lot of good, or a lot of central plazas, kind of greeting areas, just common places for people to gather and to eat and stuff. And so I got a couple of areas here for eating, and then a nice fountain, and then There's some shops across the way on both sides, and so just kind of a nice little common area, city area. And then, of course, as is usual, or as is very common in a European city, especially smaller, is we have our church over here, which looks very old and very ancient, but also very well used, if you will, too. It's got a nice wall around it and some trees. And then on the other side of that, we got some more buildings. And then over here, we got our police and fire stations. These two buildings right here. I think this is the police station. So this is a fire station right here. And then right here is another common feature of more of the older European towns, and that is, of course, more of a castle-looking building. This is, I would imagine this as being a hotel. There is can't remember where it is now. It's in Canada, but they have a very nice. I know that's not Europe, but they have a very nice European-looking hotel on the banks of a very nice lake. I can't even think of the name of it off the top of my head, but that's kind of what I think of it as just a very nice upscale hotel overlooking the water. You can imagine, boats on this here and area here, and people milling about down here as they walk up to the river and down to shops and stuff. So that's kind of what this building is. And then you have some more rows of houses over here and some more commercial areas up here.
It does all look quite good. Unfortunately, I've got to cut you off.
That's fine. That's fine.
5 minutes is up, but
okay. Nope, not a problem.
It looks great.
Thank you.
I can't believe you do this in 2 hours. It looks great. I absolutely love what I see. We'll see how you end up in the rubric. I'm going to take my notes and apply them over there. But folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/otherworld_. And we will see how you do in the chat vote. Best of luck.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And now, folks, it is time. It is time for the chat vote. It is time for you all to make your voices heard and be part of the decision. That's right, because you guys are part of the rubric as well. I'm filling out the rest of the rubric right now, but you guys help decide this. And the way you decide it is you're going to see a vote pop up here in chat. And if you don't see the vote pop up, then there will be a set of options for /vote, XYZ, etc. And you will be able to select whoever you want. So let's go ahead and figure out who the chat vote winner is. Let's go ahead and get a poll running. Let's see. CIS chat vote. And the CIS chat vote is for, obviously, Outfrost versus Grampone does number 2. And then we have Early Rave, sorry. And then Otherworld. And folks, the poll is now up. It is available for 3 minutes and not a moment longer. Be sure to get your votes in because your vote counts. It matters so much, and it's going to be absolutely splendid. Vote for Polyphony, obviously. Let's see your clips, Chris. You should make a duck on fire sign. Exactly. Video is lagging. Sorry about that. Greg, there's not much we can do. Sometimes people's video... it's desynced a little bit, and I did stop his interview technically a little late because I was just trying to let him finish his thoughts. So if there's a desync there, that might have been my fault. But folks, make your voices heard. The chat is up, or the poll is up in chat. At least it's supposed to be. No poll? Are you serious? I started the poll. Let's go ahead and do that again. Chat vote. I definitely made the poll. I'm gonna make it again. Outfrost, Grampone, and then Early Rave, and Otherworld. There we go. It is now available again. Start poll. There we go. Should now be available. And Old Trend, thank you so much for the follow. And thank you, Pumpkinhead, for the 5 gift subs to the community. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. See this app? I could see it after I refreshed. Interesting. Well, it's there now. Refresh, it's there. Blame Twitch. There we go. Well, the vote's available now. So if you voted before now, go ahead and do so. You /vote 1, 2, 3, or 4 if you don't see the poll above. And we will see who wins this. All right, I think some of you votes for the crashes. Oh, come on out, Frost. Late Sox, obviously. This is tough. I'm gonna wait a bit. Really? Don't wait. Just get your voices heard. Make your voices heard. I can tell you this. Chat is going to be powerful this time around. Chat will potentially have the ability to change things. Vote Polyphony, obviously vote Polyphony. It's up, refresh, there we go. Season Snap will pull up. We got the poll going. Can't see it going to refresh, there we go. Make a duck. Man, who on earth do we vote for? I know, right? Not being rude, could you drop the face gun as it covers part of the... Does it? Oh, I guess it does cover like a very slight bit. Killing, I mean, I can go into it if you want, but there's a small variety of reasons why we decide to add and keep the face cam. I was against the face cam for Season Snap for the longest time, but there's a lot of reasons why my face is on here now. If you're interested, I can definitely let you know, and I'm sorry if I do sometimes obscure that little shred of content. Really, I mean, at most you're missing, what, the move icon over there? But in general, it doesn't really block much, at least not in my opinion. I've tried to be as non-intrusive as possible, but it was decided on the back end by moderators that this was a change that needed to happen. So I do apologize if that was causing me distress, King Langway. There we go. Vote for the best city. Yes, vote for the best city, not your favorite streamer. Twitch loves faces. I vote for Kazim's hair. Make it a tie. Don't make it a tie, chat. Don't make it a tie. I mean, if you make it a tie like you are right now, nothing's gonna change. There we go. That's all I'll say. Skipper and I eject. Make it a tie. Kaz loves ties. Don't worry about ties. Yeah, don't worry about ties, folks. Vote for the best city. Kaz is the face cam for the ladies. Not quite. There we go. Kaz, you do a great job with it. Well, thank you, Tony. I try. I absolutely try. Chad, this gazebo full of socially distant people. Oh, Outfrost, you're not salty at all about that, are you? Kaz wants that free pie. Nope. There we go. Can we worry about how to tie a tie? What? Tying a tie. I don't know about that. Okay. So let's go ahead and tabulate this in. And let's go ahead and get these in, but it does look... Yep, that ended up about how I thought it would. Okay, and then plug you in right here, and you in right here. And then we'll go ahead and I'll move the totals down later, but without even having to total it, it does look like we do have a winner by a narrow margin. Thank you so much, Keyboy, for the gift sub to Mayu Megs. And before we go, before I announce the winner, I want to remind you all of the charity event tomorrow. The grudge match, usually working versus Jedi on Wednesday. And now, without further ado, the winner of Cities in a Snap this week is... Congratulations, Early Rav, on winning Cities in a Snap.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you're right. I was just trolling. Bye.
Okay.
No, congratulations, my friend. You won.
Oh,
How's it feel?
Jesus. Oh, thank you very much, man. And thank you, chat.
Dude, it was narrow. In both rubric and the chat vote, you'll see later on, it was narrow, but you did pull out on top. Honestly, something I love is you have a couple of very unique things. I mean, pulling out those golf course assets, that's something we don't see a whole lot of, despite the fact that it's a really good set of assets to use and definitely fits in this type of environment. And then even little things like having the dike in there, oh, that's absolutely beautiful. And then even having the mills in there, just the wind generators in there, that's absolutely splendid. And I just want to say, in a very close Cities in Snap competition, you pull out on top. Congratulations. How's it feel?
Yeah, oh, man, I don't think I can sleep tonight.
Well, I'll go ahead and leave you to your adoring fans in the meantime, and we will chat with you later.
Yeah, I will do. Thank you, man.
Awesome. And folks, that is Cities in Snap for this week. Of course, reminder once more about the special charity event happening tomorrow at 2 p.m. US Chicago time, right here on this channel. And that is going to feature 4 builders building a research hospital campus. We're raising money for Breast Cancer Research Society. We are also giving away, every 20 minutes of the build phase, we will be giving away a Paradox Interactive 70% off code good on the Paradox Plaza store. So that is 70% off the entire cart, by the way, is what I've been told. So that's going to be absolutely great. I can't wait to give those away to you. It's going to be great. And also check out our grudge match later this week against, not against, but between Usually Working and Imperial Jedi. And also be sure to tune in next week for the Rural UK week of Small Towns Month in Cities in the Snap. And now, of course, I want us all to go have a great time, and I want you all to party it up with Early Rave for a brief moment, because guess what? He earned it. It was a hard-fought victory. And also be sure to go over to Otherworld, Grandpwned, Outfrost, let them know that they did great. Let them know that they had a great showing. And folks, until next time, this is your host, Kazjem, signing out of Cities in a Snap. See ya!